I can do anything I want to do.
You make that point. Now, is this gay? You with your girl, it's your anniversary, y'all doing y'all thing. You make shadow clones, you make like 10 of you, and you start just going in there.
Bukkake your own girl?
You know what I'm saying? Is that weird?
Oh no, bro.
Is that weird?
Hey,
is that weird?
Yes, it is.
It's you though.
No. Fuck that. I will beat my ass. There is one penis per fantasy, bro.
Right?
One penis per fantasy, bro.
But it's
she needs to be able to make shadow clones.
Can you run a train on your girl with yourself?
She needs to be making shadow clones.
That's hard.
I ain't never heard a nigga say that.
I ain't think about that,
bro. Because when Naruto,
that's different.
Hey, nigga, you different.
I said I'm gonna use mine to make multiple income. That nigga said he gonna use his shadow clones for
fuck my girl
else.
multiple times, nigga.
You just tear her ass up, taking turns.
He said I'm a nut, then my clone go nut.
And then with shadow clones, right? When they disperse, all that memory goes back to you. So you're gonna keep nutting every time the fucking shadow clone.
That's not good.
Break the boundaries of porn, bro.
First of all,
put that shit on the internet.
He on to something.
It's okay. Hear me out.
People are.
The only reason why people are listening is for the same things you're trying to dismiss this man for. You're trying to miss him for his money and his status. We call him crazy, bipolar. You could call him whatever. But the only reason why his word matters is because of the wealth and status he has accumulated. So to dismiss that,
he was able to get on too. So
I don't disagree with that.
It don't make no sense.
I don't disagree with that at all.
How can we sit here and discredit the fact that he able to control some?
While we ignoring the fact that this nigga literally disrespected this black man that was killed by a fucking cop on camera.
You still on that?
Why are we okay with that though? Why are we just like
we're not okay with it? It happened.
Saying the nigga saying that no, he didn't die from the knee. He died from drugs.
Okay.
When we saying this nigga died to the knee,
you tell everybody the right way, correct? This wasn't a topic again until he made it a topic.
That's actually.
And now you want to cancel him because he said.
I'm not saying
dog.
But he sounds stupid saying that shit.
Gandalf.
That nigga from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Gandalf.
He's in Kingdom Hearts in that game.
That's
Yen
wait,
Sid.
ain't that who is that in the bottom?
Kingdom Hearts.
It's Yen Sid. It's just it's Disney backwards. That's their wizard for Disney. Is Disney
their main.
Or Yen Sid is Disney backwards.
But
Gandalf.
That's their wizard.
Gandalf.
He's their Merlin or whatever.
Gandalf the goat.
Which one would you put at the bottom? Like which one would you
G.I. Joe.
watch?
G.I.
Joe. Yeah,
that's just us, nigga. Like, come on.
It should have been. It should have been up there. Like, G.I. Joe should have had more love. They just didn't do more with it.
Walk down the ring. He was the fucking dude. He held his own as a Mexican wrestler. He's beating Brock Lesnar. He's beating Triple H. He's beating all these big names, bro. It was nobody in that ring. He was the second Tiger Mask. I'm taking it back to Japan, not ECW. Motherfucker was in Japan.
Right, but it sounds like you're talking more like his. It sounds like you're saying he had the Undertaker. No, but it sounds like you're saying he had that Undertaker like influence in the locker room, which is dope. But in terms of his as a career, like honestly, right before he died was when he was the biggest. It wasn't. He had a pretty long career before that where he was just an undercard guy. That's why I brought up Dean Malenko and all that.
He was more an undercard. He was more an undercard.
He was like mid card. That's all I'm saying.
He was.
I love
it.
To
say, he wasn't mid card at WCW. When he went to the E, he was immediately put the rocket on his back, bro. You talking Latino Heat? You talking
Latino Heat? Yeah.
Like he was the fucking man.
He was making some moves, but that was later in his career.
Latino Heat was so big. The light sheet and steel gimmick, bro. It was incredible. Transcend as a Mexican wrestler to be in America. Yeah, Eddie, bro. I'm telling you, Eddie was that dude.
He was. So
you putting Eddie above? You putting Eddie above Rey Mysterio?
Yes, he trained. He helped train Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I would put him over.
I'm talking about star power. I'm talking about star power.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would too.
But I still don't put him over Kurt Angle. I love Eddie Guerrero. I'm just not gonna put him over Kurt Angle.
I mean, I can't argue that because Kurt's that dude too.
That's what I'm saying. Like Kurt was too much,
Hey Jones, check that message I sent you, bro.
Kurt had a span of like 5 years, bro. He did not miss in a match, bro. It was bangers, the bangers. Straight, like just he be on house shows, putting on clinics, bro. 25, 30 minutes in front of a packed house with no TV, no camera, just killing it.
So you wrestle now?
Yeah.
How are you in a big promotion or just doing the side joints?
It's the AEW. I've had a couple of WWE like appearances, not necessarily on TV, but just helping out. They call them there's a name for it, but I've done a couple like backstage shit. But on the indies though, I'm killing it.
Okay, that's what's up.
What's your when they doing that list again for the black wrestlers?
Oh yeah, I made 100.
What was who was like in the 20s or some shit last year?
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
21 or some shit. What was your number?
Yeah. 20, it was like 25.
Dude, that shit was dope, man. Cause you and the homie LB Hughes, War King.
Yeah.
He made it. He was a little later, but that shit was dope, man. Damn.
So out of the world.
Hey, and Mitch.
Yo, what's up?
Me and Reed know each other because of jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Colorado,
well, man. As you say that, right? I'm rocking the
So you incorporate the jiu-jitsu into the wrestling?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
This nigga out here Def Jam fight from New York and shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
It complements the wrestling so much, man.
I think so for sure. Like wrestling, I coach wrestling at the high school level, and like I feel like
dude,
because people can do jujitsu. Jujitsu is a martial art first, right? And just like any martial art, you can do it casually. So because like there's no such thing as a casual wrestler, right? Everyone who wrestles in high school or college, they compete every time, even when they're just sparring. They're always going 100%. So that competitive. That ability to be aggressive all the time is something that gives them a huge edge over other fighters. So that's why a lot of times, if you have a dude who's been doing jiu-jitsu 6 years and a wrestler 6 years, the wrestler will beat him. If there's a time limit.
Absolutely.
Right? No. If you take time limit out of it,
absolutely not.
No. I'm saying from an aggressive point of view. Now, if you take time limit out of it, and the jiu-jitsu guy can be calm. But like in he'll eventually gas the wrestler out. But the further along the jiu-jitsu guy gets, the more dangerous the jiu-jitsu guy gets. Like that's just the reality of it.
You've seen this scenario happen
because he's working on your body.
Tons of time. You see the MMA all the time. You see the MMA all the time. Like you'll have guys who have wrestling experience and they'll beat jiu-jitsu guys in MMA, but it's simply because they're used to competing. It's really that they're always competing from day one. Like, and they just have just enough jiu-jitsu to defend, right? So now you don't see that against the high level jiu-jitsu guys, but then nobody wants to take they don't want to go to the ground with those guys, the Damian Mayas and shit like that. They just won't go to the ground with that guy because it's a L. If it goes to the ground, it's an L. But if you keep him off the ground, you win. Like that's pretty much Damian Maya. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Hold on, real quick. Your match was it James Storm?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Man, he's a fucking asshole.
Is he like he's an asshole in real life?
He's an asshole, bro. I got to the building, man. I'm excited. You know, I'm getting to work a big name and shit. So I'm a little motivated. I'm a little pumped up. And he gets there and shit, man. He gets his own fucking locker room, changing by his stuff and shit. So we're like, all right, all the boys typically change together. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Only your Hulk Hogan's only have their own locker room. Your Ric Flairs, but everybody changes together. So he gets there, he gets his own fucking room. And I'm like, all right, cool. We get like almost time for our match, like 20 minutes before our match. We ain't said shit to each other yet.
I ain't talk shit? Damn.
So I'm like, damn, man, I don't want to go out there and look fucking dumb in front of James Storm. I knock on his door and shit, and he lets me in, and we have a little conversation. He kind of loosens up once he finds out I was in the Army. He kind of like takes it back a little bit. He's like, oh, you served in the Army? And he was kind of cool then. We put together like a 5-minute match, right? And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not expecting much. I'm going to go out there and do what I got to do. We go out there, man, and this motherfucker, we have a good ass time. We go like 25 minutes, bro. Just tearing this shit up. We get to the back, he gives me a hug. He's like, thank you, man. And I'm like, you know, you could have had this attitude, this mentality beforehand. We probably would have had an incredible match, but we had a good match, but it just wasn't, it would have been more if he didn't come here with like tripping and shit.
Yeah. Who won?
I'll send it to you. I did.
Nice. Was that your biggest match?
No.
Who else? Who's been your biggest? Who else you
I would say Cody Rhodes and Matt Hardy.
Nice. Y'all like pick who gets to win or something? Shit. How does that work?
I mean, yeah, there's a booker. Yeah. So he'll have he'll have a sheet on the wall who he wants to go over, and typically, if you get those guys who are real meticulous, they'll give you exactly how they want it to go down. But some guys are cool. They're like, hey, I want him to win. Y'all figure it out. I see, y'all professionals. Do what you got to do.
Damn. What's your current?
That's my question, because I've been a wrestling fan. Well, I was a wrestling fan real heavy as a kid. And when MMA kind of started to boost up, I kind of lost interest in wrestling just because, it also came out that it was scripted and everything. So getting into wrestling, like how is that how has that been with it being scripted? Like, do you ever feel like, nah, I'm not trying to take this L. I'm not really cool with what y'all talking about right now? Because it's like, I know it's more like a soap opera with stuntmen, right? And stuntmen get hurt all the time, right? And plenty of things. And that's the easiest way to describe wrestling. You guys are all stuntmen, but you're also telling a story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how has that been? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's certain guys with egos that will not lose a certain way. There are guys out there that you go to them and the booker says, hey, I want you to win with this move. Let's say, for instance, a sharpshooter, right? You'll have a guy and he's like, nah, I'm not losing that way. Because you're a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to realize that your persona, your character, it's all marketing. It's all business. You sell t-shirts, merchandise. So if you have this bad rep of always losing, you ain't gonna be able to, people aren't gonna want to book, your name on
Brooklyn Brawler, yeah.
that does exist.
So how do you determine who wins then?
There's a booker. And
he just decides who he wants to win.
If it's so typically you have there's two guys. There's the booker and the promoter. Your promoter is your guy. That's your money guy. That's the guy that's gonna pay everybody. That's the guy that's gonna rent the building out, has the ring, all that good stuff. Your booker is his right-hand man. He's the one that has your story. He has your structure. He has, like, for instance, he'll give a guy a time. If me and this guy's gonna work a match, he'll tell us, hey, you guys got 10 minutes. I want this guy to go over and win. So it just depends on the booker, man. Or if you're in the feud and with the guy, and you guys been working for like 4 or 5 months on the feud, and it's building up, and there's your crescendo. You'll typically have like some type of finish that is elaborate. You know what I mean? So it just depends, man. But there are guys out there that are real assholes, guys that will not want to lose, or there's guys who won't even want to lose. So, like, let's say a schoolboy or like roll up or something like that. They don't want to get.
Oh yeah, they are like a bitch.
Hey, so I got a question, because I've seen the headline and I don't remember. I never looked too much into it. I just dismissed it. But now since we got you there, I figured I could ask. You said what? Correct me if I'm wrong. Cody Rhodes, I feel like I remember seeing a headline that he tore his pec or something and still did a match.
This is old. That's from some recent shit, like a couple months ago.
Yeah, that was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, was that fact?
It was Hell in a Cell, man. I don't know why the fuck he did that shit.
Was that Moulage, or was that like he for real did that?
No, that really happened.
Did you see his fucking pec?
Yeah, he tore his shit, dude.
Yeah,
he kept wrestling
though. Damn bone, bro.
He tore it before that, and he still went through.
Shit was like gone. His shit was gone, bro. Like I was reading the medical report and shit.
I'm thinking, because I'm thinking about like, yo, what really happened when you tear your fucking pec, and for him to still go out and do a match, yo. I was like, nah. That gotta be some
shit. It was legit, because it was a big match with him and Seth Rollins. And the thing, this is why I stayed a fan of wrestling, because I get some people left it when UFC got big, but to me, it's like it's something else to stay into. But them dudes are athletes, and they take bumps. And then when I have friends who do that shit and just hearing their stories, and I'm just like, dude, it's some of that shit. Them ropes, when these motherfuckers hit them ropes, I would not do that shit.
It's hard, bro.
Like, and then them fucking springs, that wooded ass mat, they be bouncing off of and shit.
Damn, the ropes. I figured them shits was soft.
Nigga, them shits hard. They like metal covered with plastic.
That's why it's a very thin plastic.
That shit look fun.
It's braided cable. I don't know if it's metal.
That shit.
Yeah, some hard shit in them.
Dang, I thought it was like rubber.
I defend wrestling because people, I don't know why it's faking. Them motherfuckers is athletes, dude. Like, you won't do it.
No,
so
they
my
not.
Thing is like, they athletes, bro.
They actors, nigga.
All right, nigga, you go flip off a rope and
they acting neck, like athletes.
Well, get in the ring with Reed. Get in the ring with Reed. I bet that nigga ball your ass up like a person.
He wild for that.
I owe Jones too. Back in basic, dog. Jones used to beat my ass.
I used to be whooping everybody. Tell him. I ain't even gonna say that.
Back in basic, dog, Jones used to mop the floor with everybody, bro. His little skinny ass. I used to hate that motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
I trained jiu-jitsu, so if I met Jones one day, I'd be able to ball his ass up.
I seen Reed's transformation on AIT when we was doing that Ranger PT. That nigga, he passed me quick, yo. He passed me quick. I was like, yeah, this nigga has ascended to a level that I ain't fucking with.
I was like, Jones, come to Ranger PT one day, bro. He's like, all right.
He kept telling me,
and on his
nigga, I went. They was running with them rucks and shit, nigga. I fell back. They was so far ahead of me. They didn't even know I went missing. I went straight back to the company.
He got you.
It was gone. Reed kept telling me, hey, come to Ranger PT.
Every time you don't come, he doing that shit.
Because I was that nigga at PT. But that shit they was on, hell.
So you was Vegeta.
Reed got that shit. Like,
you was Vegeta, huh?
Let me just stick to the regular PT test. That shit was wild.
Oh shit!
And after that, we ran again. We ran like 4 miles without the rugs, bro.
Yeah, y'all was doing a lot.
They got us ready for Ranger school though. I passed that shit though.
Yeah. Look, and that's why I was doing. That's why I was doing this shit too. But because hold on, did you have that shit when you joined?
Mm-hmm.
You had Ranger in your contract.
Airborne and Ranger, yeah.
Yeah, you can get Ranger.
See, I didn't, and they asked me that in basic. They was talking about signal Rangers and shit that they needed.
Yeah.
Now, I think I said I put it in my it got put in my contract, but I think Mitch said something about it. But when I initially signed, I didn't have that shit. But it was a couple of us in basic who was 25 series, and they asked us if we wanted it. I was the only one who was like, hell yeah, I was on that whole shit.
They do it every
so they asked, they put
I'm trying to explain.
Nigga was the whole drill and the Rangers
trying to like throw it in there.
Anyway, they asked me. So after AIT, I went to Airborne, and I failed the first day doing the fucking push-ups. I'm like, yo, I just fucking got 100 last week, and now you telling me I can't do 42 push-ups? And I didn't know at the time that was like the 41 club was a thing where they just failed so many people because they overbooked or whatever. But I didn't fucking pass the PT test because they said I couldn't do 42 push-ups. I was just pushing. He was like 41. Then he was like, go to the back and you can retest. And at that time, I fucking was muscle failure. So I failed the second time because I couldn't do that shit. I just did like 100 something.
Well played.
But yeah, and then we all hold over.
They flunked you like that?
Yes,
41.
First day.
Oh
that's
man,
that's what I found out. It's called the 41 Club. So we all holdovers and shit. And they was like, yeah.
Hold on, would you have actually jumped out the plane though, Spence?
No,
I mean,
but yeah.
No, I just would have got the badge.
Hold on. What's the Rock do? I can't see Spence being Airborne, dude.
Yeah,
I went to Airborne. I broke my wrist in Tower Week, and then I was supposed to go to Hawaii. My original contract was to Hawaii after AIT. I went to Tower Week. I broke my wrist, and they sent me to Fort Hood.
So, damn. Yeah, they sent me to Savannah, and that's where I met 3 of y'all niggas.
I went to Savannah.
None of y'all niggas was ever supposed to meet me because I was supposed to be a Ranger.
Yeah, you supposed to be a Airborne Rangers. Look at you.
Hey, hold up. The Rangers were in Savannah too, though.
They were.
Yeah, they was actually.
You'd have been sitting there like, hey, get out of our parking lot.
get hurt jumping,
Them
Brandon?
niggas hate it when you go over to their shit, boy.
Yo, I used to be on purpose. As soon as they say that shit the first
when
time,
you got your
somebody
wings,
that ever got hurt.
Right.
What'd you say, Reed?
You ever get hurt jumping?
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's why I became a jump master. Boy, I got fucked up, boy. I'm telling you. Grown ass on first class, boy, my 7th jump. Nigga, I hit that ground so hard, nigga. I was running with the wind. And you know, our chutes, we can turn them. We don't slip, we turn because it's an MC6. I didn't know I could turn shit. And I was riding the wind in. All the other dudes were the other way, the medic sprinting. I know something wrong. And I'm gonna keep my feet and knees together. I had a what was it? A groin contusion. I don't know how I didn't break nothing, but my 7th jump, dude, I got fucked up. And then
that was at Carson, wasn't it?
No, this was at Bragg, because at Carson, I was just airborne. I wasn't jumping. Because I had
shit.
I got my wings because I failed trying out for Ranger. And then I had went through I was already airborne qualified. And then when I boloed, I was just dodging assignments, and then Branch was like, hey, you owe us this, and that. And then when my kid was born, Bragg was in the middle. So I didn't start jumping till like 5-6 years ago. And then I just once I started hard, though.
You hit that shit hard.
Dude, I averaged like, I say 15 jumps a year. It might be more.
Fuck that.
I've probably gotten my master rated wings. I honestly think realistically the fastest than anybody.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm jumping 6 times next week, dude. And it's just like, I got a rest.
Damn. 6 in a week?
Damn.
I want my
there's no like break. You got
trying to get 100. That's why. How close are you to 100?
You already there, ain't you?
How far?
Now I got 85. So I got 15.
Okay.
And then so that'll take, I want my 100, dude. It's funny though. The reason this is the dumbest reason. The only reason I want the 100, one, to help my VA claim.
Fact.
2, ain't no brothers on the fucking board, the little Centurion board. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, it's time to change that.
Yeah,
switch that shit up.
I want my name up there.
Has to be. Not one.
Not where the units I'm in, not in PSYOP. I ain't seen one.
Oh, okay.
So, you gonna slip up in there.
I hope you get that shit, bro. That'd be crazy.
For real.
Yeah, as long as I'll know how I feel after next week. Because there'll be some days I'll land, I'll be like, why am I still doing this shit? And then it don't sink into like over the long weekends, niggas just be hurting. Boy, it take me like 40 minutes to get out of bed and shit.
You ever at the guard roll?
Damn.
My leg almost gave out at the Walmart and shit. I'm like, man, I'm getting.
Damn. You gotta get that 100 quick, boy.
I'm trying to get. Well, I'm gonna get that shit, dude. I'm gonna complain about everything, dude.
Hey. Oh shit.
Shit.
So I haven't watched.
Here we go.
Nah, you really got.
Do you know what happened?
Nah, Brandon, for real shit. You really gotta watch that bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's spitting real shit, bro.
But you know they deleted it. They took it down.
Oh, it's
No, they didn't, bro. That shit is on YouTube.
It's on what?
It's on YouTube.
It's not on Drink Champs. Drink Champs don't got it up.
It's still on YouTube.
So yeah, Drink Champs don't got it up. I was watching it from another nigga page, and while I was watching it, they removed the video. But I was able to. I downloaded it when I started watching it beforehand. Though,
it wasn't bad, but it was.
Hey, I'm gonna go find my people, man. And then if y'all still on later, I'll try to jump on.
Nigga, you know we be on.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, and Reed, shoot me the info to get your shirt, because I said I was supposed to get one.
For sure, I got you. I appreciate you.
Hey, Reed, what's your name? I don't.
That goddamn Luther X, boy. Shit,
is it? I never heard of you. I'm sorry, but I just don't watch wrestling anymore. But I look you up. I look you up.
I'm a Black Panther in the South, man. I cause riots, bro, every time.
Dude, I love it, dude.
So your name's Luther X? So is that what y'all said?
Yeah,
Luther X. All right, I'll get up with y'all.
Jay, what you got to say about the Drink Champs? You say he's speaking real shit.
with all the shit with when he was talking about like the 808s and the beat and shit, he was saying like anti-Semitic shit and how a certain group of people make that kind of money off their music. and shit, that's real shit because you don't see too many like conscious rappers, truth rappers really spitting the truth. It don't sell nothing. So it gotta be, all, what I'm saying, all you hear now in rap now. I know it's gonna sound terrible, but I am a Young Boy fan. But unfortunately, all he raps about is sex, drugs, money. You know what I'm saying? And the shit sells, and it's catering to a certain audience. You know what I'm saying?
So we saying
but
J. Cole.
But that ain't really nothing new though.
Yeah, because J. Cole exists.
J. Cole.
Hey, hold on.
J. Cole and Kendrick, the only two rappers that's really like selling like that outside of.
Okay. So real quick,
hold on, let him finish,
I'm not disagreeing, but what I'm saying is, how many do we need? Like if you're talking about top 5, everybody's gonna put Kendrick and Cole up there. So like, how many conscious rappers got to be in the top 5 before we say that's enough? That's all I'm saying. Right? Like I'm saying, if you say top 5 rappers, period, right now, most people gonna put Cole and Kendrick in that top 5. So I'm saying that's 2 conscious rappers. Let the other 3 rap about hoes and bitches and money. Like I'm saying, there's still representation in the top 5.
But the main point was the J people make damn near, like, you got to think about all the big label heads, the CEOs, they J people. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they making money off struggle, which influences the younger generation to do dumb shit. And when Charlamagne did an interview with one of the label execs, a CEO, and he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I mean, they're making me money, whatever the fuck." Like it was some wicked ass shit. And I said, "Well, damn." You know what I'm saying?
You want to know something else? Most of them. So I seen an interview a while back from RZA, from Wu-Tang Clan, and he said that he
that's the only RZA.
He was
what? I can't even be mad because I was thinking it.
Hey, keep going, man. Keep going.
Chill out, bro.
Keep going, man.
He was they had an interview with him, and he said he went in like in a conference room. He was in some meeting with some big wigs, and he had to sign like a waiver, like he couldn't leave this room while he was under, while he was working for them. And obviously this is years later where he stopped, he's not working for them, so the waiver doesn't apply. But a lot of them big record labels own prisons. So one of the things was, it's kind of like double dipping in their pockets. We're only getting rappers that's from the streets, that's talking about streets influence violence, quote unquote, so that we can fill up our prisons. So it's like, it's a chain. So I think it's something that what Kanye West is saying is something that's been going on for years.
And it's been known. It's already been known. It's not a secret.
The prison industrial complex makes money off putting people in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just it's more than just when you go to jail and you get a bond. Like the lawyers, the attorneys, like everybody that works for the court, they have like certain investments within the complex, and the more people they book, the more money they make type shit. It's them that they like trading prisoners in jail for like money type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, I think they said one time, as if somebody knows, please correct me if I'm wrong. When they arrest somebody, okay, that's like a share, right? And then when you go to jail and you get convicted, you get hit with a fine and you get hit with a bond, they secretly trade those bonds and shit amongst the judge, the attorneys and shit. Well, they call them esquires, but we all know what an esquire is. Somebody that's escorts somebody to face somebody. That shit go way back in like nights and shit back in the day. But like shit like that. But yeah, they really trade prisoners as, you know what I'm saying, damn near like currency and shit. So it all links in together with the music industry, the prison industrial complex, and it's one more major industry that ties into all three, and they all just share the money amongst each other.
Yo,
I'm curious where you were going.
Let me
so what are we supposed to do with this information now?
Hold on, what'd you say?
We have it.
I'm curious.
I want to speak on too. What Kanye meant, right? You ever seen those clips of YouTube where this guy gets the salt, he puts on this black thing, and then he plays this type of music, and the salt does the type of design, right? Like a frequency.
I know it's like he drawing with the salt.
So It's harmony, right? So when you play a certain tone, when you play a certain beat, for us as Black people, it does something to us. The drums, the percussions, all of that.
A certain frequency, yeah.
Yeah, so that's also speaking on too. When you play a negative frequency like that, you get negative aberrations, you get negative energy. When you play a good frequency, when you play good music, you feel good. You know what I mean? So that's what Kanye is speaking on too with these Jews.
Yeah, because
they're playing these negative frequencies.
So what's good music?
Yeah, because
but wait, the negative frequencies are coming from us though.
But what would you describe as good music though?
Because everybody, that's up to the person.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah, that's up to the person. Because we all like different things.
My confusion is if that is the case, I'm not even denying anything, but if that is the case, then why are only a segment affected by it? As opposed
That's another good question as well.
Okay, y'all trying to travel down rabbit holes. Y'all trying to make it to a conscious conversation.
No, I'm just saying the conspiracy has plot holes if 70% of people aren't being affected by it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
fact. You play certain sounds,
okay, you know what?
That's
and this are these frequencies tailored to Black people specifically?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question then. Now y'all turn conscious Zay on right now, right? Our bodies is made up of what?
Water.
Okay, water moves at different frequencies, right? When you put certain shit up to it, right?
Yeah.
For the most part,
it creates waves, right?
Okay.
So it mostly affects people that are bodies of water, and just it sounds lame as fuck, but y'all get what I'm saying, right?
So every being
I know
but that's everybody.
I know like a handful of frequencies off the top of my head. Like 432 hertz is supposed to be like the love frequency, the calm frequency, right? And 536, that's where from 536 to like 7 something, that's more of like your rage fucking frequency. Pretty much all the music that you hear right now. They're talking about most of your drill music, it sits at that frequency. So like Kanye really speaking some real shit. This is like high echelon of
that's true, because there is a. So when I meditate, sometimes I would go to sleep with certain frequencies on. Those frequencies, like little just sounds, it'd be like a humming sound, and it's at a certain frequency. And those are kind of like meditative frequencies compared to, like you said, the 700. That's like real hype music, basically fight music usually, or violence. So I get what you're saying, but that still doesn't mean that you are easily influenced. Like, I guess that just depends on the mind of the person that you're pushing the signal to.
When you go to these concerts with these white cats and they're in these mosh pits, and there's certain rhythm of that guitar, there's certain rhythm of that bass, it's making these guys act like a fucking fool.
But I still call shenanigans there too. I go to rock.
Niggas act a fool without.
Come on. I know y'all used to watch Monday Night Raw back in the Attitude Era, and that damn guitar riff used to come on. I was lit.
Yeah, that was my shit.
I was lit.
I never.
When you hear Stone Cold music, you ready to fight.
I can't agree with it because I've heard a lot of.
You never heard music that make you.
No,
you never heard Knuck of You Buck. You never heard Knuck of You Buck.
No,
that doesn't make you want to fight. That just makes you want to get hyped.
Bro, that's
and fight. That's the point.
Nigga, you just Marz.
I ain't never listened to nothing that made me want to just swing on it.
Marz, you was just saying that.
Not once.
Marz, you was just saying that music doesn't do this, and now you're saying this is what music does.
No, it doesn't do that. I'm just saying
I've heard you're not doing a lot, and it never made me want to fight.
No, it's not. It's not the music doing it to you. It's you making yourself do it. Like, oh hell yeah, I'm hype as fuck.
Yeah,
because usually if you in the club, niggas, when that shit come on, niggas is doing this.
I feel like that's an excuse for accountability for actions, to be honest.
But yeah, it's definitely not the music. You control your own actions.
With the Travis, we had this kind of topic with the Travis Scott shit when they was trying to blame it on him and people died, and I was just saying it's just accountability on the people. Nobody wanted to take responsibility, and they want to blame the artist for their actions. We kind of had this convo already.
That one was.
Oh yeah, I get this.
Yeah, you do what you want to do.
But the argument with Travis Scott wasn't really that. It was that he kept performing while this dude was getting stomped out. That was what the argument was.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But he stopped multiple times.
The question of him being wrong was, should he have just ended the shit?
Yeah.
Right. Like that's where the real question came from.
It didn't stop multiple times. And like I was saying, that nigga's at a concert. He can't see every fucking person in the crowd and what's going on and stuff like that. And at the same time, he didn't come to babysit niggas. Niggas know how to act. He can't help how every motherfucker act. He ain't responsible for 5 million people. And then they said that shit was like double the capacity size.
Yeah.
Like, Scott can't help all that shit.
But Spence, here's the thing: you're not wrong at anything you just said, but that wasn't the argument that was being put out to people. So the reason people were saying it was his fault because they made it seem like he never stopped, that he was just ignoring it happening in front of him. That was the narrative that they pushed out. So that's why people were arguing, because anytime somebody got all the facts, they were like, "Oh, well, that's fucked up." Okay. But you know what I'm saying? So I don't think anybody got those facts and was still like Travis Scott was the reason. It was more like the narrative that was just put out was like, he was like, fuck that guy getting stomped out.
That was the better headline.
Yeah, right. So I think that's
I'm glad I wasn't there for that conversation, because I would have flipped that whole goddamn, it would have been a rabbit hole, especially with his stage.
Like the one chick who was on, the one chick, I forgot her name, Imani. I think it was Imani. She said she performs this shit like that, and she was saying like, when you're on the stage and shit, you got lights, you got speakers and shit. You can't hear like shit that's going on. You can't even see about like 10 feet in front of you because it's just so much shit going on.
I can believe that. Yeah, she did say
I can attest. It is hectic at a concert, and I'm gonna tell you now, I can't hear shit.
So what do y'all think about Kanye trying to become president again?
No,
get the fuck out of here, man.
No,
don't do it, bro.
We don't need.
If Trump can do it, he can do it. That's how I feel. At this point,
he can do it, but don't do it.
You 100% right.
He can, but don't.
He shouldn't do it. He really shouldn't.
Why shouldn't he do it? Like, what's your reason behind it? Besides him being Kanye, why can't he do it?
Because he's Kanye.
I don't think he has the political. Well, he doesn't have the political
knowledge.
Knowledge, the savviness, the way he do it needs to be done. I would not recommend.
Do you think Trump had that?
Trump didn't have it.
I don't think Trump.
No, but he don't think he should have been president either, right?
Okay, but let me flip it though. Do you think Biden had it?
No.
Yeah. He has it more than fucking Trump for sure.
No, I wouldn't.
Based off of what? Like, so what I'm saying is that there is, in my life, right? I think the president was Ronald Reagan when I was born, and in my life, I've only seen 2 presidents where I was like, they seem to know what they're doing. Like only 2.
Well, I wouldn't say he knows what he's doing. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I've only seen like 2 where
competent president.
He's competent, yeah. And even that, like Obama's my favorite president, right? But so there are 15 houses, we'll say it that way, or departments, right? Department of Defense, Department of Treasury, so on and so forth. So I actually properly like grade politicians when it comes to presidencies, and in each category I grade them. Like Trump was really good in Department of Treasury, economics was his thing, but he was terrible in a lot of other aspects, right? So I give like a proper grade, and I've never graded a president over a C ever, like no president. So in the worst president in my lifetime, hands down, was Bush Jr. Hands down. Like it wasn't Trump, it wasn't Biden, it wasn't Bush Sr., it was Bush Jr. He was a terrible president. You know what I'm saying?
So bad president.
he was terrible, bro.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but I look at it from a more a different perspective. Like I literally grade each category and then come to an average. That's how I grade presidents. So like that's one thing where I would say, I'm not saying Kanye should run, but I don't think too many more people are any more qualified than he is, because nobody knows what the job is until you're there. Like that's just the reality of it. Is they won't tell you until you're there. You ain't got the clearance. So everyone gives all kinds of bullshit promises, and then when they get there, shit don't happen. You know,
but it does help if you are a politician.
Like the wall that was supposed to be built.
The wall. No. Okay, Obama promised to pay student loans to some degree, which Biden just did, right? And what happened when Biden did it? Half the country hated him for it. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what it is that you do, they're gonna come at your neck. Like
it's because you got those people that don't look well. You got people that look at one, just the person, the personality. Like, oh, I just don't like that person.
It's the party.
Who he is, because he's that person. And then you have those people that's just so stuck on the party.
It's
that,
the party. Yeah.
You know, you could put the right person there, but because they're a Democrat, they're just so like, oh, because I'm so far to the right that I don't go, you know, anybody left, I'm against, you know. So it's set up to be where
competition.
We always bump heads. It's set up that way.
I'm more of on the policy side, so I don't really care if you're Republican or Democrat, and it depends on the policy that you're actually like proposing or whatnot. How you're gonna get it done is the way I vote. So that's how I do it, regardless of party affiliation. I don't give a fuck if the guy's an asshole. If he's got on the right side of some of the policies that I agree with, I don't give a fuck about the person. Never have, never will.
I care to a certain degree. Like Trump, for example, my issue with him is I have a daughter, and I don't want my daughter growing up in a world where the leader of our country is literally saying a rich person should be able to grab her by the pussy, and she just has to deal with it. So like there was a moral aspect of that I wasn't okay with. Him being like straightforward, I don't give a fuck. Tell them they're idiots. I got it. But once he did that and that came out,
off the edge,
bro, we've all had locker talk. Like, I don't think any of us have assumed we can just grab a girl
by the pussy, bro.
Her titties or pussy or ass, whatever. And it's just, well, she'll deal with it because you're rich. Like, come on, B. Like I'm like, if that's really who you want leading us, like that's really where my head was. Maybe if I didn't have a daughter, I wouldn't think that way, but I do. So fuck that guy. Like that's
Trump was a terrible president. I wholly
but his economics were good. Like the
he know business,
the country's economics were really good.
Yeah, he knows business for sure.
Yeah. And then COVID hit, and it was the worst economy since the Great Depression. So,
he didn't handle that. He did not handle that well. He didn't handle that well at all.
That was the only he had good.
Gave out the checks.
COVID said nope. Nope.
And they took them right back.
It went worse. It went worse.
The government taking them checks that they gave us a few years ago right back.
That shit was crazy. But
hey, can we go back to the drink champ subject? Because I want to see what else he was talking about.
You gotta watch it, bro. It's like
I can't watch it, man. I can't watch that dude, man. I cannot.
I can watch
Why you want to talk about it then?
Yeah, I just want to know. I want the cliff notes.
Well, he talked about the
cliff notes. Marz, give him the cliff notes real quick.
I watched
it. It was 3
hours of it.
Yeah. What's up?
It was 3 hours.
Mark want the cliff notes of the Drink Champs episode.
Right, so Kanye was talking. He said a whole bunch of game. Nobody gave a fuck because he insulted Jews and black people. So if you section it off, when he insulted Jews, you'll see they don't give a fuck about nothing else he say besides what he said about Jews. And then he got to the George Floyd part. And as soon as he said anything about George Floyd, as you would assume, nobody gave a fuck about nothing else he said until George Floyd. And then the person that actually pays attention to it all wants to put everybody on game. That is the entire Drink Champs interview.
Okay.
And he contradicted himself a lot in that interview as well. So just to give you a heads up.
What'd you say, Alton?
He contradicted himself a lot in that interview as well. I listened to it.
How?
He, like we were talking about earlier with the music, he was saying that we putting out music that, sexualizes women, drugs and all that. And he has done the same thing.
Right.
But I don't know why he was going on and on about that when he has literally.
You're such a fucking hoe.
He knew that shit.
So I mean, it's not
like he know niggas like y'all gonna eat it up. And y'all like that shit.
That was one. I mean, like I said, there's other examples within that interview where he contradicted himself.
So to me, when everybody's talking about he's giving game, That's to me, that's like
what game? We've been knowing this shit.
That's like a Klansman giving you all types of game and education, man. But it's still a Klansman. It got all the game. No sense.
Say that again, Mark. I'm sorry, I was speaking over you. My apologies.
Yes, hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, say it again.
I was just saying it's like a Klansman giving you game. You gonna take game from a Klansman even though he's right?
That's a wild statement. That's Kanye West.
So you saying a Klansman can't give Klansman? A Klansman can't give information.
Question. Well, he said even though he's right. That's the part.
Yeah. So like,
if he's right, he's right.
Yeah, if he's right, it's still information.
That's where it gets hard.
Y'all whether he's a racist or not, he's right.
It doesn't stop him from being logical.
Y'all ever seen Tales from the Hood? Classic. Yeah. Right. Y'all remember when Gangsta Dude was in jail and he had a white racist like cellmate?
Nah.
And then when he said that when he called dude a nigger, he punched him in the face and all that good stuff. And then when his lip was bleeding, he was laughing. He was like, oh yeah, you hate that I talk like that, don't you? He's like, well, let me ask you this. When you
when a black person
you got in here for murder, right? What color was the guy you killed, right? And then he's like,
black. He
was like, you a stronger member of the Klan than me. You didn't kill more than I have.
You didn't kill. I remember that part.
Yeah, and I remember that. I watched that when I was like 14. And that shit is stuck with me the whole time, bro. Like he was like, you're a bigger member of the Klan than I am.
That's
the amount of people you killed. And that's some real shit. So are you saying
I'm about to find that and clip that?
Yeah, that's a classic movie.
Yeah.
Little Nigglets, remember the Muppets?
Makes me want to go watch that movie now.
Yeah.
So Mark, you saying Mark, you saying you can't take right information from a Klansman? Like if it's correct information?
I can't. I can't. No.
So
I'm not accepting information.
Why?
But if it's good information or correct, as you said, like what's wrong with the information? It's just simply the person is coming from.
So you're more worried about
like I cannot like somebody and still learn from them. I mean, shit, I had a lot of NCOs like that I didn't fucking like, but they was able to teach me something or give me some type of information that I didn't know.
That's big facts.
Yeah, I'm not accepting it, man.
He said nah.
Stranger danger.
He said, if it comes from you, nah. If somebody else says the exact same thing that I like, then okay.
That shit remind me of that comedian talking about Russians are the scariest white people. And he was like, if he was in the hood or lost, he's a white guy. He's like, if he was in the hood or lost, and he was like, hey man, do you know how to get the, this such and such? They're like, yeah, just go down the street and turn corner. He's like, I think I'm just gonna go a different way. like he just don't like Russians are just scary. He's like,
that's smart.
It sounds like a setup.
It's like if Kanye West offered to take me under his wing, man, to show me how to be successful, man, I would not accept.
Why?
No, but you know,
hey, nah.
Bro, that's wild.
That man a billionaire, bro.
I'm not with you. Exactly, man.
He said nah.
So you're more. So let me ask you something. So Mark,
you're
taking the morals. You look
that
at the
nigga said, stop trying to give me success.
So explain what you were saying, Mark. What was you saying?
No, that's all I was saying. I mean, that's the whole remark. And then Charles got on and he hit on the head. It's moral based.
Yeah, his moral.
His morals
are too strong. Or just like y'all was talking about, somebody dropped like $1,500 or $15,000 and somebody's in the wrong account or something. Like a couple of days ago. I wouldn't accept the money, man. I would have gave that money back.
Oh, it was like a cash app or something.
I would too. Like, but my question is there, like, from the Kanye thing. I'm about to play a semantics game with you, but what morals are you against that he has?
His constant antics, man. It's not even like the most recent stuff, He don't
even know what he said about George Floyd.
It keeps him relevant.
You don't even know what he said about George Floyd.
Hold on. I really want to know. Like, give me an example.
Well, the constant shitting on people. I remember what he said something about Big Sean. Like that was the worst signing. The worst person, or he regretted signing Sean.
That's
in the interview, man. That's the type of person he is.
So, hold up. So he's not allowed to not like the people he work with,
right?
So bottom line is, I don't like the way he moves, man. I never did. After he got on stage, with that Taylor Swift situation, I already knew something was wrong with him, and it kept going on and on and on from there. Then him and Jay fell out. There's a reason why
he was on stage crying about Jay. I remember
that man is.
Because he a genius, and everybody's not gonna understand the genius.
No, I mean, but why did Kanye get famous? If you had
music,
one word,
music.
If you get one word, no, it's not really music. So one
producer.
If you had to give one word as to why he got famous, what would it be?
Words.
Music.
It's not
words.
His music.
It's
what is it?
It's networking.
Creativity, his creativeness.
It's networking. That was it. If he didn't meet Jay, he's not who he is today.
How you get Jay attention?
He made some beats. And
he had to make the beats to get
recognized. No, but the beats didn't make him famous though. The beats didn't make him famous.
That's what got him known.
That's definitely what made him famous.
The only thing that he got into contact with him.
Listen, Marz.
That's all he could provide with beats.
Marz, you yourself could be the best beat maker in the world. If no one hears it, it doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
Him meeting Jay-Z is what made him famous.
But he put himself in that position.
If he met Jay-Z and didn't make beats, like I'm trying to figure out if he met Jay-Z and didn't make beats, then what?
No, then he probably wouldn't be famous then either. But if he hadn't
met his opportunity.
Huh? Say what?
He maximized his opportunity though. That's
exactly. So now I'm saying that to say, Mark, if you meet Kanye West and he offers to allow you that opportunity, it would be insane not to take it, even if you disagree with his morals, because you could use that opportunity to network with other people that he knows and build your own network. And then once you don't fuck with him no more, get him out of your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing morally wrong with that because it's business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, man, I don't know what you're saying. That's more like that.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's just like politics, man.
It's the people you know first, though.
Like the politics.
That's not politics. Your life is politics. What are we talking about?
You could be a dope ass.
That's true.
Like, how are you gonna say you don't like the way that man think, and you sit in formation and listen to them tell you do what your rank allows you to do, and he got more money than the person that told you that.
Big facts.
So what? We can't sit here and try to hold him to the same standard. We can't even tell our commander to shut the fuck up. It's different. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you trying to downplay what he do based off of your morals, but people with worse morale are over you. Like those are your leaders, and he don't have a leader. So like,
oh shit.
How is he supposed to speak?
What Kanye is proven is, whether he's smart, dumb, or whatever, what he has proven is that he's willing to go against the grain. And that is something 100%. That most people are not willing to do. That's also something that Trump proved. He was willing to go against the grain, and it got him elected. So realistically, if Kanye was to run on the platform of, I don't give a fuck what people think, I'm going to tell y'all how it actually is, and he was to push a right side narrative, he might get elected. Like
the white side narrative. White lives matter.
I'm listening, but that don't make me agree with the nigga though. The nigga still talk crazy, bro.
No, he does talk crazy. But
he don't talk crazy.
Doesn't Trump talk crazy?
Yeah, he was a fucking idiot.
Wasn't Trump the president? Wasn't Trump the president?
Yeah, that's not. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that the nigga can get president. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is,
what I'm saying.
So Marz, you wouldn't vote for him? You gonna vote for Ye?
I wouldn't vote for
him. I
wouldn't vote for that.
For everybody.
I think where Marz is trying to come from, and where he's not, where the disconnect is that it's a lot of people on the internet that like look past the other shit.
Yeah.
That he say, and that they try and just like okay the shit, because they'll hear the game, and then they'll okay the other wild shit that he do, even though that shit is wild and out of pocket. Like
they don't check.
I think I see where Marz is trying to come from, but I agree. I agree with what y'all saying. I just think that's where the disconnect is with Marz. I think nobody's talking about like how people be. It's not y'all, but like just in general on the internet, niggas just be trying to like dick ride him so hard that like they don't open him up.
And that should be stupid.
I feel like
if you say anything against Kanye, bro, is shut the fuck up.
Look in the comments. If anything Kanye, bro, look in the comments.
I see more people roast Kanye than agree with him. Like shit.
I agree.
I see a lot of people agree with him.
Me too. That's why I was saying.
Man, I've seen niggas in there saying I stand with the brother.
But I see way more.
But you saying you stand with him. That means you standing with him with anything he say out his fucking mouth. Not one part.
That doesn't mean that.
I don't agree.
That's your personality,
bro.
I stand with Maul. I don't agree with everything he says, and we know that because we have Pokemon versus
wrestling. But y'all know each other. Y'all niggas know each other. We talk about a nigga you don't even know.
But that doesn't change it. It could be the same concept.
That doesn't change it.
I can fuck with somebody and not agree with everything they do.
So what you're saying, Marz, is like, I'm a Kobe fan, right? So me being a Kobe fan, how I translate what you're trying to say is, me being a Kobe fan, I agreed with when he did his dirt with the adultery thing. Right, I don't agree with that. I separated the basketball player from his act. You know, I like him as a basketball player.
Yeah, he said we agree with everything that we do. He said what he meant. Don't speak for him. He said it. That's exactly what he said.
What I'm saying is niggas is out here blindly following the nigga just because he's rich and famous.
We had this argument.
Like, come on.
We had this discussion all week.
I'm argued out about this.
I'm not saying
Hey, Marz, what he been saying, bro?
I'm not saying those, right? I'm not saying those.
Right, and not recognizing that he's saying some wild shit on top of sprinkling a little bit of real shit.
Because it's been the one that's been kept cropping back up all week. The George Floyd shit, right? It's some niggas on the internet that heard him be like, "Well, the nigga knee wasn't on his neck like that, right?" So regardless how you feel about it, we seen the nigga knee on his neck, bro. From all angles, bro. That nigga knee was on his neck. Now, factually, did the fucking autopsy say he died from fentanyl overdose? Yeah. But like, niggas are trying to like downplay the knee now. Like, Marz is seeing shit on the internet where niggas is like, yo, Kanye kicking game, like kicking up game, ignoring the other shit. That's where Marz is coming from, bro. It's like,
but that's just the algorithm.
Like that, and it's like, yes,
that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying is that niggas is hearing that he's saying, oh, George Floyd died off of a fucking overdose, but this nigga literally had a knee on his windpipe crushing it. Marz, and you're gonna fucking go with that? You're gonna agree with that?
He don't hear you.
Marz, let me ask you something though.
That's the internet, bro.
Marz, when did Sham God become your spokesperson? That's what I want.
We already been having this. We already been having this discussion.
What Marz was saying though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We've been having this discussion. It's because we had this shit about like 50 million fucking times since Monday, bro.
Nigga talk for himself.
Nigga, we've been talking about this shit in the chat since Monday, nigga.
That nigga getting y'all niggas, hey yo, bro. Let's not.
According to autopsy testimony, George Floyd actually did die from asphyxiation to the neck.
And so
that's why niggas is in jail for that shit.
The thing about this, we know cops and shit is crooked and shit, so they could say that nigga died from anything. Oh, it wasn't really the knee, it was this.
We
saw straight now.
But I'm trying to hear that.
The report,
they had their independent autopsy done.
So. Even if that wasn't why he died or the main reason, that shit still happened. Like, you know,
there's no reason to say that on a fucking interview, bro. We're not here to talk about George Floyd. We're like. We don't need you to say that.
Okay. What was there to talk about? How you gonna tell
anything else?
You was supposed to go.
Literally anything else. And if they was talking about they could have talked about George Floyd. They could have talked about George Floyd, but you also have to think, bro, you getting sued for $250 million now by the family because you running your mouth.
Real quick. When's the last time?
Like
that talking about George Floyd?
He got that money though.
Like that. I get that, but it was what you say.
When the last time the world talked about George Floyd?
I don't know. He pops up
until Kanye.
Until Kanye.
Okay, so it's good to say it's a topic now. We can all agree it's a topic.
People speak about George Floyd. It's not like people forget, but
people forgot. But like we can say it's a topic now, right? Because
it's a topic. I'm not saying it's impossible to talk about. What I'm saying is,
no, I'm saying
if you got that opinion,
listen, hold on.
You know you're gonna cause controversy.
You're not hearing it. He's saying
what I'm saying
it's a topic.
Well, now you're speaking for him.
No. I'm agreeing with him. It's a topic now because Kanye brought it up, is what we're saying. Because ain't nobody been talking about George Floyd for the last year.
Right. Not virally. Yeah. Okay.
So hear me out.
Now people are.
The only reason why people are listening is for the same things you're trying to dismiss this man for. You're trying to miss him for his money and his status. We call him crazy, bipolar. You could call him whatever. But the only reason why his word matters is because of the wealth and status he has accumulated. to dismiss that,
he was able to get on too. So
I don't disagree with that.
It don't make no sense.
I don't disagree with that at all. What I disagree with.
How can we sit here and discredit the fact that he able to control some?
Why are we ignoring the fact that this nigga literally disrespected this black man that was killed by a fucking cop on camera?
You stop on that.
Why are we okay with that though? Why are we just like
we're not okay with it? It happened.
Saying the nigga saying that no, he didn't die from the knee, he died from drugs.
Okay.
When we saying this nigga die to the knee,
you'll tell everybody the right way, correct? This wasn't a topic again until he made it a topic.
That's actually
and now you want to cancel him because he said.
I'm not saying
nah, dog.
But he sounds stupid saying that shit.
You understand what I'm saying? You can correct him. It's now a topic
again. Saying, man.
Hold on, you're not listening.
No one. You're
not listening. Listen, bro. Okay, I'm breaking down. Don't talk. So the dude that got all this money, okay, now you talking about George Floyd, and you cannot make it past George Floyd.
I can make it past George Floyd. I hear what he's saying.
Listen, you still talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Good luck.
Why in the world did he decide to say these comments now? Now, if we reaching, it could be anything that you want it to be. But if we're not reaching, okay? The whole point of it, if you were, was the fact that we're talking about George Floyd again. Because again, that shit was just a memory in the wind. We don't want to talk about it because people get uncomfortable. Now he come on here and say the wrong thing, and the first thing that you and everybody else can tell him is how it's wrong. And it's a topic of conversation now. So you can go around and tell everybody it's wrong because now it's a topic of conversation again. And that's just from a crazy man. But he's a billionaire. So he can speak crazy and it'll be your news. Just because
we're supposed to accept it then?
Follow him. We're not supposed to follow him blindly.
Go to accept.
How do you get accepted?
Bro, I don't understand.
And what he says is what our news is now, bro. He says,
can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
and now we're in a whole conversation about it. And he's just a crazy billionaire.
Bro, what point are you making right now?
The whole point is you can't dismiss him for the money he makes. You can't call his antics just crazy because he's making money you'll never see.
He's making
just because he's a billionaire does not make him not fucking crazy.
Okay,
that don't make him he's rational just because he's rich. That doesn't rich and rational are two different words.
He didn't say that, bro.
Hey, remember when I said
how did you come to that conclusion? That's what I was saying.
So because this nigga got billions of dollars. I'm supposed to say. So what? What's the question?
Hold up. How many
people talking?
Have y'all lost?
Mom, hold up.
It was like 3 people talking, and I was trying to hear.
He's not hearing you. Hold up a second, Marz.
He was trying to talk, nigga. Now
the same way Marz, the same way Mitch is finna go ahead and like try and get through the Marz. It's the same way I've been trying to.
All I'm gonna do is ask Marz a question. Marz, how did you come to that conclusion based off of anything he just said?
Hey, I can't. Don't worry. Hey, I came to the same conclusion, man. So yeah, we right.
So if he's able to say,
right.
If he's able to say that, if he's able to say that, and it's okay for him to say things like that.
It's not. He said it was okay.
And how
no one said it was okay.
Nobody said it was okay.
So then why are we trying to act like just because he has billions of dollars, we have to listen to what he's saying?
We're not.
And take it as gold or take it as value.
Nobody said that either. Like that's what I'm saying.
You're assuming all this stuff on your own.
Okay.
The only thing I heard
because you're mentioning how much money he has and how we should listen to him because of it.
The only thing that I heard him say is that because he is filthy rich, anytime he makes a statement like that, everybody starts talking about it.
Right.
Like,
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So yes. That's undeniable fact. Yes, people talk about it.
That's what he's saying. So he's saying
that's part of what I said.
That's literally what he said.
But that's not going against what I said.
No.
But he's arguing it as it is then. Because what he's saying is, fuck George Floyd. That nigga died from drugs. He didn't die from the neck, from the knee. That's what he's saying.
He said fuck George Floyd.
He didn't say fuck George Floyd specifically. What he said is he didn't die from the fucking knee on his neck.
That's not what he said. Same thing though. Like,
bro,
what he
said was Kanye is not.
I'm not talking about Kanye
is rich, man.
That's what you heard. I ain't say that.
Killed by a knee on his neck.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
We looking at a nigga get killed with a knee on his neck. He's dying on camera, and we're gonna say, okay, even though he said that, fuck it, he's rich. But he is talking some real shit over here.
Marz, you missed it.
He just made George Floyd a topic.
How
did you get what you got out of that?
You are in give mode instead of receive mode a little too much. You got
okay.
Bro, like he's literally saying Kanye made this a topic again.
That's exactly what I said.
People are actually talking about George Floyd again, and they
by
have been
being
for like the last
disrespectful.
year. No, by him mentioning it, by him talking about it, because he's a billionaire, anything he talks about becomes a subject again.
So you're getting sued for this by the family of the man you want to make the topic again.
But he
been saying all week.
He could pay for it.
So he did that so he could. He's saying that so he could get the money. So he can give them the money. I'm saying. So he can give them the money.
He's saying
he's just saying that the topic is relevant now again because he.
I get that, but the topic is relevant. The topic is relevant. But the way it's relevant is a negative way, though.
Allow me to talk before you
relevant off a negative
conversation. The conversation is happening again. That's the point. Now people are talking about it again. That's the point.
Okay, now we're talking about it. Now what?
There's been a lot of people.
We're talking about it now. What's the next step?
You have to mute him.
There's been a lot of people who have come to the conclusion that that's not how he died. You're arguing with a brick.
Yeah, because I want to understand why it's okay for him.
You're not capable of it.
You're not trying to understand, though, bro.
You're not
capable
of
it. Like 4 or 5 times now. You're not comprehending what they're saying.
I am comprehending. I hear what you're saying. He's a billionaire.
No, you hear it, but you're not comprehending.
If he speaks, niggas gonna talk about it. It's gonna become news. I understand that. I understand that his money is gonna give him a platform. I get that. I'm not denying that.
So tell us what you're saying exactly. What is it that you're saying?
What I'm saying is that the nigga says unnecessary things. He does unnecessary things that don't need to be done by a billionaire. We don't need to hear your thoughts on George Floyd. We don't.
Okay, Marz.
We don't. Wait. You asked for my opinion. You asked for my statement. I'm telling you. So if we don't need to hear that, if you telling us that you jealous of the Jews and you're jealous that their structure compared to the black structure is much better, okay, cool. Then tell niggas how to fucking get to that point. Help niggas get there. But this is not. Let me help y'all black people elevate and get to the next level. What it is I'm jealous that the Jews have more money than I do. So this is what I want to fucking do to take care of that. He's not, my nigga. He's not worried about the black community, bro.
He said he's worried about. He is.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Versus the African.
Did you listen to the whole interview?
Yes, he said versus the African American community.
You didn't listen to the whole interview.
My nigga,
he did listen to the whole interview. If you can't see the
he did the same thing that Paul said earlier. The moment he heard
George Floyd,
he put his
no, I did not. That's the thing. I didn't hear George Floyd until later. I listened to the first half of the interview. He was talking about the Jewish. That was the first half of it. Then the second half, he went into George Floyd. He wasn't talking about George Floyd in the beginning.
He spoke on George Floyd very briefly. Like
that was my whole thing.
Not even a minute, but he kept talking about the Jews. So it wasn't like he talked about the Jews like throughout the whole thing. He said one thing about George Floyd, then that was it. He didn't go back to it. The Jew shit, he kept bringing that shit on. So it wasn't like he had a whole big long segment on George Floyd. He said what he said, and then he moved on.
Before you tell us your part, listen to this. Now, the only reason why we all listening to this man is because he a billionaire, and we want to know what's next for the billionaire. And then he decides to say these things. That's why everybody's all flabbergasted. Why in the fuck is the richest African American choosing to say these things now? And then he said the wrong thing, so everybody can correct him. I mean, he might not know. He might not know, but why now?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Alton.
What good things or positive things do you think he said in that interview? If you don't mind, if anybody can tell me, but I just want to know.
That he's jealous of the Jews for the black community.
I said that's not positive. So we gonna get past that. What positive things do you think came out of that?
What do you mean?
He talked about
basically
everything he talked about elevating
African Americans. Yeah, so basically, he want the status that the Jews have. He wants us as black people to have that and to build that wealth.
Yeah, he believes that.
Like, did anybody watch it?
So
I seen the whole thing.
Okay, so step 1 is complete. Now what's the step 2?
I didn't come.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We did step 1. We're talking about George Floyd.
So Marz, what you want is actual action. That's your thing.
or an actual plan or actual. This is what I'm trying to get.
We about to figure this shit right now.
Not running around wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Like, how do you expect niggas like us?
Shut the fuck up, yo. Can we hear Alton speak, yo?
I didn't know Alton was talking, nigga. You nigga just asked me a question.
Because you was talking nonstop.
He asked me a fucking question. What do you mean?
Hey, so let me ask you this real quick.
You asking me a question.
Everybody, real quick. So when Kanye West donated like $2 million and paid for George Floyd's daughter's college.
Yeah. And then why do you do that and then go behind that?
Let him finish.
So he does that, but then because he thinks that based off of what he heard that he died a different way, that just gets rid of the fact that he paid for George Floyd's daughter's college.
Nigga, why would you do that? Why would you pay for someone's school?
I don't see how those two
and then turn around and say, yeah,
because he cares.
Her fucking dad died from drugs, not from a knee on his fucking neck on the camera. How do you do that? How do you pay for somebody's tuition and say your dad died from drugs, not from a knee on his fucking neck on a fucking camera by a cop, nigga?
What Mark said, it's a backhanded gesture. That's what Mark said.
No, what the fuck, nigga? How the fuck you say that?
Family's face.
That's what I'm saying. It was a little bit. It wasn't the whole interview, but it's still stupid.
It's like a slap to the
fuck. And y'all, but he's a fucking genius. He's a billion. Who gives a fuck? You say some shit like that, but you want to give some money to this girl and then disrespect her father that's dead, nigga.
So you saying that him saying
that's what I'm saying, bro.
You saying that him believing that the reports that the fucking police put out. You're saying that him believing that he died from a different thing than just the knee on the neck.
We don't need to hear it, Kanye. Bro, you gave his daughter fucking money for school. Shut the fuck up.
That's really what it is. This is deliberate and how he actually says what he says that comes off.
I don't think with Marz that's the case.
What do you mean? I literally just explained it. I said, how do you give his daughter money for school, saying basically, yo, your father died. I'm sorry. Let me help you.
I tried to tell y'all this earlier, bro.
They don't want to listen. So now I'm yelling. My fault.
I got this.
Look, you good. You good. Speak your truth.
That's
what I'm saying. That's now you're saying, oh no, he didn't die from that knee that we saw on camera.
What you're saying is that Kanye would have been better not saying that and not giving his daughter the money.
No, he could have gave the daughter the money and just shut the fuck up on the interview about it.
No. Either he
could have not gave the daughter the money. It don't.
No. You're saying that he would have been better off not saying it and not giving the girl money. You're saying you would have preferred that.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck his daughter.
He gave nigga. He's saying fuck the daughter. He's saying fuck the daughter. Saying fuck the daughter's father. He's saying fuck the daughter's father. That's what he's saying. I gave the daughter money. Fuck the father. He's dead, but from drugs. Like, are you not hearing me?
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
He said the nigga didn't die from the knee on his neck, bro.
So that means fuck the daughter.
Wait.
Like, bro, you're what you're that is.
If we seen this nigga die on camera from a knee,
I'm watching the thing.
What Kanye said is crazy from what you talking about.
But I don't think Kanye's getting his information from sources other than Candace Owens, because in the clip it says
that's fair. Yeah.
But y'all
no.
Let Ben go.
So the guy from his statement started off with, "I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up." So if he's misinformed, can you really blame him for the knowledge that he does not know?
Absolutely.
So if Candace Owens, first of all, Kanye West is Kanye West. So if Kanye West feel like his friend tells him something, he's probably going to automatically believe it. I mean, because he doesn't have that many friends.
He don't got friends. He a billionaire.
You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't have that many friends. So, but his statement did start off with, "I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put out," and then the comment of whatchamacallit, what you said, like his knee wasn't even on that neck. He's getting all his information from Candace Owens' documentary.
And this is the woman that said black women today are being
at least that's what
men today are being treated like black men in segregation. That's what this is what this woman said.
Bro, everybody thinks Candace Owens is an idiot though.
But he's following her. He's listening to this bitch.
Y'all following the idiot,
Right. So if you listen to the richer idiot following the
I put the little link that I saw.
Don't say that, Mark. He might be your commander in chief one day.
I'm really hoping not. I'm really hoping not.
Who said they're following Kanye though? That's what I'm
let that happen.
Nigga, I'm saying people.
Who said they follow Kanye?
I literally said that when you look at the comments on anything about Kanye, you see it. You see it, bro, on YouTube.
You see what?
Nigga, you see people talking about supporting whatever he's saying.
Most comments that I see about Kanye say he's a fucking crazy idiot. That's the majority of comments I see about Kanye. So I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe you're looking at a different platform than what I'm looking at.
It's probably the same platform, but you get the news you want to see though.
Regardless of what
that's
you just
in
said,
the first 5 seconds.
I tried to tell y'all this like 20 minutes ago, bro. I'm not saying none of y'all said this shit, but what I'm saying is what happened is Marz seen some shit on the internet, right? He probably seen one too many niggas that's like dismissing all the shit that what y'all saying. Like you know, people is like the Jews is upset because what he called them the fake Jews and shit. And the Holocaust survivors still alive. It's people that are dismissed, like they feelings and shit on the internet. I seen it. It's people that just like, yeah, fuck them niggas type shit. We rocking with Kanye, right?
Yeah.
But nobody is fucking saying like telling them niggas that they wrong. And I think that's what Marz is trying to get at.
I see that all the time though. Like seriously, most comments I see revolving Kanye are calling him crazy.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just trying to help translate. I'm trying to help translate.
But that's you're one person, bro.
So want to go to the next topic.
Please.
Dr. Umar
let's go to the next topic, dog. This is going.
Yeah, we go to the next topic.
No, we're still talking about this.
If we're gonna go to the next,
I was just saying, bro. I get hyped about shit like that because I just don't like it when.
My trip though is that Marz literally is like, I would rather Kanye did not pay for George Floyd's daughter than gave his opinion.
That's the scenario you gave me. What I'm saying is,
no, that's what happened, nigga. Like, no, he gave
how is that what happened, nigga? He gave her the fucking money.
He gave an opinion. And before he even gave that opinion, he paid for this dude's daughter.
Oh, so it's okay. It's okay then. So it's okay then.
No,
it's a slap in the fucking face.
What you gotta say, Mark? Go ahead, Mark.
I don't know how.
I got something to say too.
How would you feel if that was your? If that was you? How would you feel?
Me this whole
Go ahead, Joe.
Thing. Thank you. I was gonna say that that's like a slap to the face to the daughter. Like, how do you give money to her and be like, "I'm sorry for the death of your father"? You know, it was really, you know, crazy and I feel for you, and then go behind her back and be like, damn, I don't think
I got you.
So let's
hold
listen.
on, this is exactly what you do.
Let's listen because Ben just said it. He's been misinformed because he watched the Candace.
No, not even
so
that.
he's an ignorant motherfucker
on the
internet. So right there, you said
on the internet.
He just spoke on what he saw.
So he's wrong as fuck then.
When did Drink Champs happen? You guys are missing the entire fucking
That's
point.
like saying
when did Drink Champs happen?
Nigga, like 2-3 days ago.
A couple days ago, right?
3 days ago.
That's like saying you died from the top.
That shit was like. That
was like
last
6 days
week.
ago.
No, he paid for college 2 years ago.
I get that, right?
Right after dude died.
So why would you still say that out your mouth?
Oh, yeah,
regardless.
2 years later.
Ben already said why.
Look.
He got his
Ben
documentary.
You don't like that. 2 years
shit just came out.
2 years is still fresh.
He one of the niggas in the comment.
You're missing the point. George,
what point, nigga?
I'm trying to tell you, shut the fuck up. When
Tell
George
me.
died, he like Kanye in June of like 2020. Kanye paid for George Floyd's daughter's college. Like this was 2 years ago. And then when he did an interview 3-4 days ago, he said from the stuff he's heard that he believes that this is what happened. But regardless, 2 years ago, when the shit happened and he thought it was just fucked up, he paid for old girl's college. Like you guys
you
are
don't think
that's
saying,
nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? He heard what he thinks what happened from a fucking documentary when we seen it in real life. What are you talking about? He watched the dramatization. We saw the real fucking murder.
What I am saying is like you're arguing as if I disagree with it. You're arguing as if
that's what it sounds like.
No, it sounds like that because you're too busy hearing yourself talk. Like
no, I'm not. I was listening to you.
I believe that George Floyd died by the fucking cop having his knee on his neck. I said that earlier. Like, I'm not agreeing with that nigga. But what I'm saying is that his actions spoke louder than his words when he decided to pay for George Floyd's daughter's college. Like, and that shit was when it happened.
Yeah, it would have been better if he said that before and then paid for her shit.
Stop talking.
Because I don't understand why you would switch it.
2 years later, after all kinds of conversations and debates and everything else, he's saying this is what I believe happened. But regardless of that, he took action when the shit actually happened.
I see what you're saying.
Okay,
Like,
so he paid. Okay,
you a minute ago.
Don't do it, Marz. Don't do it.
You a minute ago said
that.
Look, all those talking at the same time.
Stand your motherfucking ground.
Like, bro, a
2
minute
years
ago.
later doesn't dismiss the fact that 2 years is still what? I can't fucking talk because every time you talk, everybody shuts up.
Yeah, we gotta shut the fuck up, don't we?
Can I ask the fuck up so I can say something?
The moment I stop talking,
let's speak. Let's
primary and secondary Joe talk.
Go ahead, Sue. Go ahead.
Next fucking topic. I'm tired of talking.
Look, we don't do that. People are still discussing the topic. He shouldn't
have came 2 years
If we
after.
go to the next topic when one person feels like,
yeah, he shouldn't have came 2 years after to say that dumbass shit. He could have left that shit out and had a clean interview. And then
what you said,
and then we would have took that shit and been like, bet, all right, Kanye standing up to people and shit. But you got to add some ignorance in it. Why? Why you gotta get this girl this money for her school and then talk about her fucking dead father?
It was 2 years ago.
Who gives a fuck? Somebody died in your family years ago. You gonna say it was just whatever years ago?
No, you are listening.
Okay then, my nigga, what you fucking mean, nigga?
I actually do. Like 2 years because it's 2 years.
Your grandmother died, your mother died, whoever died, you gonna say, well, fuck it, that was fucking 10 years ago.
They bit the dust.
What you mean? Get out of here, y'all lying.
If my grandmother
is capping, bro. Nah, you sidelining your people's death like, oh yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck if they died 10 years ago. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, she gives a fuck about her dad being killed 2 years ago.
Look at Marz just yelling for himself.
No, I'm not. I'm yelling for black people because niggas like you sound stupid, bro.
Why you yelling?
Like, what do you mean? You talking about it's 2 years later, bro. You talk about 2 years later how he gave his daughter some money and then want to say he died from not the knee on his neck that we saw.
Nobody disagree with that.
But you saying this nigga's right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, you said
like what the fuck, nigga? You talking in circles. You talking two ways. You saying you don't agree, but you saying he right.
Literally.
This is good content, dog.
Just take a vote real quick. Is any one of the people in this chat one time say Kanye was right?
Oh,
bro, this is what I tried to tell you earlier.
Has anyone said that?
No one said that.
Y'all gotta look at where.
Not one fucking person said that.
Said it,
bro. Y'all niggas ain't said nothing. Y'all niggas about to go to the next fucking topic.
From Kanye, like
y'all niggas about to go to the. No, what I'm saying is, if we wouldn't have got to that shit and got so deep into it right now, we wouldn't be talking about it. We would have went to the next fucking topic.
We definitely wasn't because I wanted you and Marz input.
I'm about to say, I made everybody else hear what I was saying. Everybody just tried to explain to you.
Spencer said, "I want to see the fire."
Literally,
bro. Exactly. That's why I wanted Marl on here because they've been arguing about this for 5 days.
What it sounds like is like niggas is sidelining what the fuck he said. That's stupid. And yeah, the Jews and shit. We want to focus on the Jew shit.
Conversation was what he said.
But we still trying to ignore what the fuck he said about this girl's dad that he gave money to.
This is not a question.
Alton has something that he wants to say.
Oh no, I was just saying from what I heard from the interview, I didn't find anything that he said to be, I guess, quote unquote positive. I can understand where he's coming from, where he wants the black community to reach certain heights and things of that nature, which makes sense. But I think from what I was hearing, he wants to be the leader of that movement, and I don't think he has the qualifications.
Is there something wrong with trying to be a leader, leading your people? Is there
I don't think he has the qualifications to be that individual.
I agree.
Thank you.
So
a number of factors that he displayed right there in that interview.
What are you saying? Thank you.
I couldn't agree more.
Nigga, that's what the fuck I'm saying.
All of us have been saying that.
So how are we arguing? Because you literally are saying something as if you agree with him, bro.
I didn't even get finished.
arguing
that is not what you've been saying.
You're not
because you're not listening,
listen,
bro.
Marz.
You are not listening, bro.
Okay.
Everybody agrees that Kanye's a fucking crazy motherfucker. I flat out said everything I say about Kanye says he's crazy. Like I said that like 9 times.
Bro, y'all got me started on this shit, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all got me fucking started.
You're not even arguing with nobody. You're just arguing with yourself.
Yeah, you really are,
I
my
mean, you
nigga.
made that comment saying that, oh, that was 2 years ago. So
Right, like downplaying the fact that he said that shit.
Once again, came off as a negative comment saying that
because
people
y'all
should
didn't let me
dismiss what
finish.
he
Y'all were
just
too
said.
busy 2 years ago. No, I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
George
no, but that's
Floyd-
what you said. And everybody was just trying to say.
You gotta clip that.
I
That's
know.
exactly what happened. That's exactly
Like
what
my
happened.
high pitch.
It's exactly what happened. Bruh said something.
I have an example.
Yo, George Floyd died
Hold
2
up.
years ago. And 2 years ago, Kanye West, because of George Floyd being killed the way he was, donated the money to pay for his daughter's college. Those are facts. That's not opinion.
I think I have an
That's
example.
not opinion. That happened. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So now, after 2 years of debate and nonsense, and we all know Kanye losing his shit, right? We all know that. That he come out and say something sideways, but you guys are acting like he donated the money at the same time, gave the girl the money, and was like, and fuck your dad, by the way. Like, no, that's not what the fuck
That's not
happened.
what we said, though.
No, that is actually what.
No,
Marz
that's
said.
not what the fuck I was saying. What I was
Marz
saying
did
was it
say
doesn't
that.
matter.
Marz,
2
you
years doesn't
literally
matter.
said that.
No.
You
What
literally
I
was like,
no, I
"Here's
did
the money,
not.
but fuck your dad."
No, I did not. I said 2 years does not matter.
Make that the intro, bro. Make sure you make that the intro. Because Marz, you literally said, "Here's the money, but fuck your dad." You said
No, I was giving you a sequence of events. I wasn't just saying that it happened today, bro.
Years.
I understand that. I literally said 2 years doesn't fucking matter. That was her father. That was murdered on fucking video, nigga.
No.
It doesn't matter the time span between the money and the fucking words.
You're looking at things from the daughter's perspective. We're talking about Kanye West. You don't even know his daughter's name. Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck does that matter, nigga?
Because
she's still a fucking person, nigga. She's still a person that's affected by his words on a national fucking video.
Arguing against her opinion, and we're not.
Nigga, we all know who she is based on how her father died.
What's her name?
I don't know her fucking name. That doesn't matter, nigga. That doesn't know. That's the fucking problem with niggas like you. You talk about shut the fuck up,
You know
though.
who does know her name?
You talk about shut the fuck up, but you're not even trying to address the fact that that shit was bullshit.
Who does know her name? Kanye West.
That doesn't matter. If he know her name, why the fuck he say that?
Okay, what?
How the fuck do you sound, nigga?
He gave the
Name, so I'm
money-
gonna fucking shit on your dad's name.
No, he gave the money out of a gesture of sympathy. Okay,
What
2
have
years
you
ago,
done?
and
Anybody
then
in this
comes
room,
back
what have you
two
done
years
for George
later.
Floyd or his
How about if I
Nigga,
could
it
say
ain't about what nobody
That's
here
why-
did
No,
for
it
no
is,
fucking
though.
George Floyd, bruh.
It
You
is,
trying to be
though.
extra, trying to say who the fuck did something for George Floyd, who sent them a cash app and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's simple facts. You didn't need to say that shit. It's just the point that you didn't need to say that shit about that man. That's it.
The only person who did something for George Floyd or his family.
Oh my
This
God,
conversation
bro. You
is
dick
the person
riding
that worked
hard
on it.
right now, nigga. You talk about the only nigga like we were supposed to be. Oh, we should have lined up then. Did you do something for George Floyd, nigga? You asking? Where your money at that you gave to George Floyd?
I went on a march, but I'm
But
also
no, you went on a march, nigga. Did your feet give you some money? You got a fucking mark on your feet that gave you some
I'm
money.
not the one. I'm not the one claiming
Niggas
that
was on your back. You was
I'm not
taxiing
the one-
niggas
I'm
to
not
the house.
claiming that I'm not the one claiming that what Kanye did.
They
was
can't
stupid.
march and stuff like that.
You're not, so you're agreeing with him. That's what the fuck I'm saying, nigga.
No, I agree with him giving the daughter that money. Yes, I think that was a
Great. We're not talking about giving the daughter the money. We're talking about what the fuck he said about her father.
Man, y'all
2
talking
years
about all
later.
that shit, bro. Y'all literally
2 years later, but I guess that don't matter. Somebody died in your family, and he shit on them. It's
So
cool.
He's not allowed to have an opinion as far as Marz.
He can have an opinion, but
And
damn,
it was
like,
better. It
Wow,
was
bro.
years
Nobody's
later.
saying the nigga can't have an
According
opinion.
to
But if you
Marz,
want niggas to
let me
listen to you and take heed to what you saying, bro,
according to
you gotta
Marz-
fucking come correct.
According to
That's what I'm
Marz-
saying.
According to what Marz and Joe were saying, he would have been better off not ever.
I did not say that.
Nobody
Don't
said
put
that.
words
See,
in
now
my
you're
mouth.
you're telling me what I'm saying. You was trying to say that.
I mean, you
Mims
did
was
the
trying to
hell.
say what I was
You tried to
saying.
say
Now
I
you
was-
trying to tell me what I'm saying. You're not even listening to what I'm saying. How the fuck you gonna tell me what I'm saying?
What'd you say, Trey?
I said,
You
'cause
said
he-
No
that.
more talking. No more talking.
What'd you say, Trey?
No more talking. I'm mediating right now. Everybody shut the fuck up.
What'd you say, Trey?
I can mute everybody. You want to mute
Nah,
everybody?
just
I'll
fuck
mute
it. Fuck it. I
everybody.
don't care. I don't care. I'm ready to go to the next one, bro.
What'd you say, Trey? Though?
You got muted.
I didn't get to hear what you said.
He said
I was saying,
Marz
was saying, how you gonna tell him what he's saying? I said he doing the same thing to you, so y'all both just telling each other what each other saying. At this point,
what I'm saying is, bro,
do not say the same thing for the 20th time.
I'm not okay.
Do not say the same fucking thing.
I don't want to say the same fucking thing, but he's not hearing what the fuck I'm saying. He's confused.
Loud and clear.
What I'm saying that Marz said, Spence can actually make a recording of it and make it the intro. That's all I'm saying. Because Marz definitely.
Anyways, I didn't say what Mitch said, and he can.
I'm done with this conversation,
bro. Y'all.
Oh wow,
you're
Kanye West for president.
You're already douche. Are you fucking kidding me?
We can go to the next one. You the one that you muting us.
You a cunt.
You said you want to stay on it. Oh, what?
For muting me.
Since Marz and Mitch is done now, yo, Alton, you want to finish your statement, yo?
I don't need to finish Alton, bro.
I like how everybody in the last 2 weeks has been cutting me off every time I fucking
Hold on. Hey, everybody give Joe the flow. Give Joe the flow. No.
Don't do that now. Don't do that now, Trey. No, fuck you.
And he cuts her off right
Go ahead, Fig.
No, I don't even want to say anything because y'all just doing it out of spite. Y'all just doing it out of spite.
No, listen, Joe. I don't want you to feel like it's a woman thing. Everybody gets cut off.
Sue and I are the only ones. Look, Sue and I are the only ones here, and Sue and I were the only ones that you muted.
You just talked over me. I mean, everybody gets cut off and talked over. It's not just because you're a woman.
She thinks somebody muted her. She thinks somebody muted her, bro.
I did get muted. I got muted.
That was Alton. Alton did that.
So I hope you go suck.
Everybody gets talked over.
But the thing with Sue is Sue connection.
Everybody now, but Sue and I are the only ones who keep getting muted.
It's not fair. Sue connection is always pretty bad, so we can never really hear her.
I go suck a dick.
And listen, I learned this.
It just cut out.
And I learned this with Jerron. For some reason, when he's talking and people talk the same time as him, his mic just mutes. So it's not like
you might got to be closer to your.
It's not like we saying, "Oh, a woman is talking. Let's talk over her." Everybody's getting talked over.
Oh, that's not what it is. It says, "Oh, Joe and Sue are talking. We should talk over them."
No one does that.
It sounds like I'm talking to Toy right now.
Mitch consistently did that over and over. Wouldn't even let me put a rebuttal out, and then want to say that me and Marz were saying such and such and such when that never even came out of our mouths.
So we back on this now?
Can we not do that?
We back on this for another 30?
Can we not do that? Can we not do that?
Are we gonna get another 30 out of this?
Bro, we can go to the next topic, man. We can go to the next topic.
Well, what was you saying, Joe?
No.
Okay, you said we done. All right, so this was White's. This was like, I think it was like the best wizard or something like that. So out of Merlin, Dumbledore, Gandalf, and Yen Sid from Disney.
Gandalf.
That nigga from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Gandalf.
Yeah, he's in Kingdom Hearts in that game, but
that's
Yen
wait,
Sid.
ain't that who is that in the bottom right?
Kingdom Hearts.
It's Yen Sid. It's just it's Disney backwards. That's their wizard for Disney. It's Disney
their main.
Or Yen Sid is Disney backwards.
Gandalf.
That's their wizard.
Gandalf.
He's their Merlin or whatever.
Gandalf the goat.
It's between Gandalf and Dumbledore.
It depends on what
I'm giving
you
because
I've seen Dumbledore do some fire shit now.
Yeah, I seen Gandalf do some fire.
Merlin is that.
Merlin got more.
Merlin summons demons and shit, bro. It depends on which Merlin you get, man. There's a lot of different.
I'm about to say because Merlin got more.
He's got that magic, man.
He got.
But Gandalf got wisdom.
What's his strongest spell? Like
verse, yo.
I guess that's what we have.
So who's the strongest one here?
No. His strongest spell.
Oh, yes, it
from Merlin. From Merlin, what's his strongest spell?
A lot of it is creationism. So like he created the Templars, like with King Arthur, all that armor and all that power, the sword. A lot of that came from him. A lot of it is also necromancy.
So he put power into the sword. King Arthur pulled out the stone.
He created all of that shit. Knights of the Round Table, that whole kingdom was all of his architecture, man.
So it sounds like he sounds like a builder. So Gandalf,
Minecraft player.
But so
like
you know,
Minecraft.
Yen Sid is from Disney, and they got like that Toon Force shit.
That's
Like,
true.
no.
Okay,
Yen
so
Sid,
if he
he
got,
that's true.
he can move his whole planet wherever he wants. He be popping up in different areas. So
why did you say
Toon
Gandalf?
Force? Damn, Toon
I
Force
need-
and magic. Shit.
hey man, my nigga Yen Sid digging all these niggas on cap.
Hey, what? Hey, yo. Hey, yo, bro.
What it do?
I mean, I'm just telling you what it is.
Wow, bro. You said some wild shit.
If we get nerdy, if we get like super fucking nerdy, right? Gandalf is the only nigga to resist the ring, so that counts too, though, right?
Hey, let me ask y'all something.
The ring is my control.
What version are we talking about? Every version? Or are we talking about like the books or the movies? Or
we can talk about any version of these niggas.
Because if you go
all
any
specs,
version, if you go all specs, then
Yeah.
strongest. It's not close.
Merlin,
Like
bro,
now,
yeah.
if you talk about the like in the movies, can y'all name like one actual spell that Gandalf did in the movies?
Well, he did them. We just don't know the name.
No.
Yeah.
What did he do though?
When he fought Balrog, when he
he just stood there and said, "You shall not pass." What did he actually?
and he did a spell to it's like
didn't do like
getting
a
nerdy as
actual
fuck. It was a
spell.
containment
Like, he
spell.
did
So
something.
it was a
I mean,
protection
barrier.
It was a buff. It was a buff, if you will.
He stood there and then he got latched on and grabbed onto the ledge and told them to run, you fools.
Balrog is just that strong.
All I'm saying
His
is
spell
that
wasn't strong
in
enough.
all the movies, I never actually saw him like use the magic.
And
Like,
he
did magic in
Towers.
He did more magic in Hobbit.
What did he do?
In Two Towers, whenever at that Battle of Helm Deep, when he rode in and blind like half the fucking orc army.
Okay, so he did a light spell.
When he was Gandalf the White.
He didn't do no
That's
magic.
when he did the
Come
light spell.
on, he was damn near reborn because he died. Like,
But he did the light. But all he did was the light spell, though.
you can't just say it was just a light spell, my nigga. That's like what the fuck.
I'm saying we're
no. He blinded the whole
orcs.
army.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they're
that
weak against light.
They were able to fight them back.
He showed the niggas the sun.
It's like a solar flare from fucking
you
Krillin
play-
or something.
do you
The
play
motherfuckers
D&D?
blinded.
That's a
Absolutely,
can-
I do.
That's a cantrip, bro. That's one of the first spells you learn.
That's fair. I can't argue that.
That's all
I
I'm
can't argue
saying.
that.
So
I can't argue that.
What I'm saying
It's still a powerful
is
spell,
that
though. Nonetheless.
He did the weather.
But we're not
he did some weather shit in the
But we're
Hobbit.
not comparing him to Joshua Mitchell. We're comparing him to other wizards.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
he
saying that Merlin
controlled
and
the
Merlin,
weather.
Like Gandalf and Merlin, their magic is clear. You see it. You know what the fuck they doing.
Sure.
Whereas with Gandalf, we got to guess. Well, maybe he did a projection spell. Like,
It's
you know
not a
what I'm
guess.
saying?
No, that's
It
just
wasn't-
you thinking that. It's not a
No,
guess.
I'm just saying it wasn't obvious.
Yeah,
It's not a
it wasn't
guess.
no guess.
Like
bro.
whereas
Not a
with
guess.
Gandalf,
That's just
with
that's your
Merlin,
interpretation.
Merlin and Dumbledore, you didn't need to interpret.
That's fair.
You saw it happening. Like that's what
So
I'm
it
saying.
was more because they named Dumbledore and Harry Potter. Period. They named their spells. So you say the
They have
spell. you
incantations.
cast
But
it.
even if you don't know
sometimes
right.
you might not say the incantation, but
Well,
you
you
still
can
know the
see
spell.
what happened.
Yeah, I get that.
Of spell casting.
It's just
sigil
it's just
magic.
and I spoke on this last time I watched Lord of the Rings, like probably a couple months ago. I was saying how Gandalf doesn't do a lot of spells, but he does do spells, and you know when he does them.
Right.
So it's not like you don't see it. It's just that it's not as often.
I don't think
as
it's
the
as
other
potent.
wizards.
I don't think it's as potent, and you know why I don't think that? Because Gandalf,
John.
Gandalf is a
About to have to dip out.
is a
All right,
warrior
yo,
slash
appreciate
wizard,
All right. Ain't no
or a
problem.
fighter.
Peace.
Gandalf, in
All right,
D&D
fam.
terms, all right, later. In D&D terms, Gandalf is a fighter wizard, which is why every time they have like an actual battle, he's using a sword and his staff.
He's a battle mage. He's a battle mage.
Right. So he's not. He does like, in my opinion, based off of just the knowledge of nerdy games, that means that he spent less time training in magic as say Merlin would have, or say Dumbledore would have, because they were just 100% wizards.
That's a fair assessment. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can't argue that. I can't argue that at all.
Because Gandalf can use that sword like a motherfucker. He can fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so
Well, because the elf race before they got
Him and
magic, they were
Galadriel.
always warriors.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm guessing
Yeah.
out of the three y'all discussing, he's the strongest, but Yen said clear, so it doesn't matter.
There it is.
I don't know. Yen Sig, I think, is a cop out. I don't even like.
I got a question for
Because Merlin, when I think
Reed.
Merlin, I think about the Sword and the Stone, the Disney movie. So that's the Disney Merlin too. Like,
That's Merlin, yeah.
Well,
Merlin.
that's not the guy in the
that
photo.
Merlin had all the music. He traveled through time. He did everything. He was crazy strong.
He's that dude, man.
Yeah. Like he was crazy. He turned the chicken he turned into a dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Arthur's
He turned
armor is enchanted by all of Merlin's fucking spells, all his protection spells. Like that motherfucker.
he turned
Arthur.
into he turned into a virus.
It's
like
insane.
he literally infected the bitch.
Now the
Like,
question,
the
question I want to ask you here, Big Stars, is people say that Merlin was a real cat. What do you think about that?
Well, if you think that Camelot was real, I think that's ultimately it. I will say that when they did the movie with Clive Owen, where he was Arthur, and it was like a realistic take on it, like of early England before it was England and shit. I felt like I could see where that could have turned into legend the way that they did it. If y'all know what movie I'm talking about,
I do.
I can't remember the name of it, but I felt like that was like probably, if it was real, that was probably a more realistic, you know what I'm saying, of what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But if Merlin was a real person, though, we know it was all smoke and mirrors. I don't think magic is real. But that doesn't mean he couldn't have been an illusionist or something like that, where he could fuck with people.
You don't believe in real magic?
And not to that extent, no. I haven't seen anything that would say
you don't believe in like black magic, white magic, and sigils?
I think voodoo could be legit to a certain degree, like Skeleton Key, that movie. I think it took a good take on it with how it was like, if you believe in it, it can fuck you up, but if you don't believe in it, you good. Yeah. So I think that was a good take on the thought process.
Are you thinking of magic as far as, here's my wand, let me cast a spell and circle it around? Are you talking about that?
Yeah, like Harry Potter shit. I'm like, nah, that's not real. But in terms of like I said, I think Skeleton Key probably showed it the best way, where it was like, you guys ever seen a horror movie with it's not Renee Zellweger. What's her fucking name?
What question did you have for me, Marz?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's a good ass movie too.
Oh, question. So do you know about the Lord of the Rings, like the old lore?
Yeah.
Well, I read the books when I was a kid, the Hobbit books and everything.
All the Tolkien's books.
I had to read in elementary school. So
okay,
so that's why I was like, when
that motherfucker out, was racist. Oh shit!
and remember the old Hobbit cartoon when I was growing up? It was on TV like Saturday mornings.
So have y'all seen Rings of Power yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I'm gonna just ask you.
Is it worth the watch?
I'm definitely gonna. I just haven't. I'm watching Midnight Club right now.
So I got a question. Adar is the M guy, right?
What are you asking?
Like Adar is one of the names of, not M guy, I'm tripping, Sauron. Right?
You're talking about Sauron, or you talking about Adar?
I haven't seen the Ring
of
Power
those two
yet.
different
I'm not
people?
sure.
This is just lore. I mean, Rings of Power just,
okay. Yeah. It's just one of his many many forms.
One of his many names? Or
Oh no.
It's like
they're not
Satan,
the same character.
it's like
Satan
and Lucifer type deal.
So
I don't think they're the same character.
So the fake king of the Southlands is Sauron.
No.
Who tricked Galadriel?
That's a different person.
That's a different person. Sauron's a different person.
Okay. Damn, bro. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know this or seen this or whatever. Or
isn't Adar human, or am I tripping?
They just said they
He's
haven't watched it. You about to
No. This is lore. This is lore. So it's already written. It's just
but if you haven't read the books, which most people haven't today, you know what I'm saying?
These books are phenomenal, man.
You could spoil some shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I got questions. I don't want to ask until y'all.
I'm gonna watch it though. Probably this next week. I just haven't.
You got questions about the show?
About the lore.
The lore.
Oh well, then ask it.
But Sauron and Adar are two different people.
Okay, so they're two different people, and so Nori, is she a character in any of the lore?
I'm not sure.
Nori Harfoot.
I'd have to
okay.
Yeah,
that's why I say I might spoil some, because it's lore. It's just not. It just hasn't been on the screen. It's
right.
What is actual lore though?
I feel you.
And I used to watch the old cartoon when I was like fucking 8 or something. So,
but you did answer my question though. Adar and
they're definitely two different people.
They have the same master, but they're not the same person.
Morgoth.
Yeah.
Who's
just a god? You know. So
bitch, when you were saying that Merlin from Disney, Yensid and Merlin are two different individuals, by the way.
No, I know that. No,
yeah,
I was just
saying Merlin is Disney also.
Yeah, okay, I was saying like, for me, the Yids is kind of a bullshit character.
He's a Kingdom Hearts
character. Really what I was.
He's
because I'm like Yeah. Right. That's a very good, like, yeah.
He's the Saitama of
That's
Disney.
very good.
But see, the way Kingdom Hearts portrays him, right? Kingdom Hearts portrays him as like they have Merlin as some dumbling fool, but then they have this other guy as like this powerful wizard that's helping Mickey control these fucking keyblades. So,
well, he's not controlling them. He's like the teacher.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Bro, that Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer though.
You already know.
I'm ready for that.
Let's go.
Fuck Kingdom Hearts, man. That game ain't all that, man.
All right, Trey, bro. Go back to Call of Duty. We don't need your input on this subject.
Stick to the nigga games. Call of Duty 2K and Madden.
2K.
Games I beat all y'all niggas in.
That's what niggas play. That's nigga
games. That is niggas games. If a nigga I don't know say he play games, I automatically assume he play those.
And 2K and Madden, they literally could just do an update of the new roster, but they come out with their game year after year because they know niggas gonna buy it. It's fucking basketball and football. That's all it is. All they gotta do is update
all it is. Those two things are better than all that shit you just said.
All they gotta do
Football
is
update
the
game.
They can push an update.
This is 2K. Just make it 2K.
They can push an update on the games, and the niggas will be on different teams to update the roster. But at the end of the day, it's just football, basketball. But y'all buy the same game year after year.
What's crazy though? You're right, bro.
Just
go and spend all that time making those my players, right? And they spend every year some crazy amounts of money to make these fucking
To be fair,
that's one of the reasons
called crazy amount of money.
That's why I got like the past 2 years of 2K because of that.
Hey, but to be fair,
I play 2K heavy too.
The new 2K is different.
I took a break.
The new 2K is different than last year's. Like last year was very much
last I didn't like last year.
It was very much 3-point focus. This year is all about dunking.
Yeah, it was.
Like it plays different. It's all about like slashing to the hole and
driving and shit.
Yeah, so it's like it's a different type of game now for real. Like real
those two skinny, unathletic niggas wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Unathletic, nigga, I'll ball your ass up.
Oh shit,
Marz, no, you won't.
I'm gonna ball your ass up, nigga.
I'm throwing you like a javelin.
I dunk on your ass.
I'm throwing you like a javelin.
Get the fuck out of here.
Marz is not a short nigga.
Hey, nigga, I'm 6'4", bitch. I would dunk on your ass, bro.
You just called you a pinata, bro. Oh shit,
bro. Marz is a walking cinnamon stick.
I will dunk on your ass, bro.
I don't know. I think Marz look kind of athletic. I don't know.
Nigga, I could palm that ball head, nigga.
Oh shit.
Pause.
That's cool. When I put you in a post and I spin around and I break your rib cage.
Hell no.
Hell no. You gonna foul him, dog? That's a flagrant foul. Bro.
Right. This nigga can't even play basketball. This nigga fighting.
He's skin and bones, bro. What
playing got that NBA Jam and shit.
Hell no. Ain't nobody falling to that. Nigga, you gotta get the ball first. You gotta get the ball here with it. You know how to do
NBA Jam, dog.
They be throwing them bitches.
All right, so somebody gonna have to explain the abilities of this nigga on the right to me.
Hey, that nigga on the right goated. Hey, he's from One Piece. Kizaru. He so his fruit is the light fruit, and so he turns into light.
Yeah,
like literally.
Man, this nigga about to put that nigga in a body bag.
Bro, it's not this versus that, people. It's which ability would you want to gain.
Well, you gotta look at it. All right, so if he's
doing that. So whoever that nigga is.
If you just shoot a gun at him, the bullet won't hit him because he light.
I definitely take right.
Like he
so
unless you know hockey, he can't take damage.
So not so for sure. Light is what you're saying?
Huh?
Yeah, you can turn. Yeah, he's like a zone. He was Zoan type. No, he's a low guy. He's a low.
Yeah,
guy.
he's a Logia user.
Yeah, Logia user.
Hold on. Has he been beat before?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. Oh, he ain't.
Well,
and the thing is, he's as fast as light, so he's just as fast as Manalo.
Man, Nato ain't been beat either.
Manalo got beat twice.
He beat himself
twice.
Oh yeah,
he never took no L's. He took he sacrificed himself to protect his family, bro.
He took his own L. He gave himself his L.
What are you doing? L is an L, bro. It don't matter how it occurred.
Nigga, he gave himself the L.
Okay.
So the nigga on the right, he can just only turn into light. That's his like thing.
Oh no, he can shoot that shit too.
Light beams and shit too.
He cold, bro. He cold. You ain't seen One Piece yet?
So he like the nigga from what's the shit? Infamous?
Because I'm just trying to think and saying whose abilities would you want, and I know everything Minato can do, but I don't know nothing about him, so I was just trying to figure out if it's
so he could fly around like a little beam of light or something.
Can he make some shadow clones?
Like light clones or some shit, I guess.
Like,
no,
yeah,
he can't make clones. He
Clone
can't
himself.
he can't make no shadow clones.
He can't make clones.
He can't even multiply himself.
Nope.
Can he fly?
Yes.
Yeah, he can move out there.
To light, I would assume.
They've never shown him flying though. That's a guess.
I mean, he can.
Oh,
move
so we're assuming.
We're assuming.
I forgot. It's called Yamakayaya or something like that. Where he
Minato has yin yang release.
So who got better hands?
Come on.
Minato, easy.
Okay.
Can he move that? Can he move
that? Minato.
Can he
if
move
I have to gain that ability, I'm using it in real life. So I think.
Can he move at the speed of light?
Minato?
No, other dude. Can he move at the speed of light?
Yeah,
he can turn into light.
I mean, what
Minato can't turn into no light.
Can he or
no? The other nigga could turn into light.
So I'm saying if he can move at the speed of light, wouldn't he be able to beat Minato in a fight?
Yes, he would pack that nigga up in a bag.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
We're not discussing.
No. I got that.
We're
But
not
I'm saying.
I'm talking about whose abilities would I want.
Niggas keep trying to turn it into verses, bro.
I'm the nigga who can do the shadow clones.
What I'm saying though is if you can turn into light and just move at the speed of light, you can do anything you fucking want to do. Because you can move faster.
You can't make shadow clones though.
Well, you can move faster than people can see. You don't need
y'all can't gain these abilities and think y'all actually in the show. When you gain these abilities, you in real life. So these abilities got to translate to real life. If I can make shadow clones, it's like Jones said, I could get multiple jobs. I can make money.
Well, you
so give me the shadow clones.
You can do anything.
If I can move at the speed of light, nobody can touch me.
You know how many kids?
Imagine making shadow clones and going.
Well, if we're in the regular world and you got Minato's abilities, nobody's gonna touch that nigga either.
Exactly. He got hands. That's all I need.
That nigga Minato got hands.
He got summoning. He can do summoning jutsu.
Hey, but that means
can that other nigga summon a frog?
No.
Is this
if we're going,
is this crazy?
If we are going off of that logic, bro, if we are going off of that logic, then that means other niggas in the world got them types of abilities too. And what I'm saying is that if I can move at the speed of light, I can do anything I want to do.
You make that point. Now, is this gay? You with your girl, it's your anniversary, y'all doing y'all thing. You make shadow clones. You make like 10 of you. And you start just going in there.
Cocky your own girl?
You know what I'm saying? Is that
cocky?
Oh no, bro.
Is that weird?
Hey,
is that weird?
Yes, it is.
It's you though.
No. Fuck that. I will beat my ass. There is one
you and
penis
it's
per
a girl,
fantasy.
though, right?
One penis per fantasy, bro.
But it's
she need to be able to make shadow clones.
Can you run a train on your girl with yourself?
She need to be making shadow clones.
That's hard.
Bro, I ain't never heard a nigga say that.
I ain't think about that,
bro. Because when Naruto,
that's different.
He
hey, nigga, you different.
He said, I'm gonna use mine to make multiple income. That nigga said he gonna use his shadow clones for something
my
else.
girl multiple times, nigga.
You just tear her ass up, taking turns.
He said, I'm a nut, then my clone go nut.
And then with shadow clones, right? When they disperse, all that memory goes back to you. So you're gonna keep nutting every time the fucking shadow clone.
That's not good.
Break the boundaries of porn, bro.
First of all,
put that shit on the internet.
He on to something. That nigga on to
something. One more. You fucking use the sexy transition jutsu.
Yeah, that's only Naruto though.
No, Amaru's got it. So, but that's not the point. If you do that jutsu, you make your clones, then you do that jutsu, and then is that gay?
If you fuck yourself,
I wouldn't. Bro, that's definitely gay, bro.
Hey, what you on right now, my man?
Bro. Hey, what you on?
Hey,
I'm just fucking around. I'm just
I can't be seen with.
Tell me that's not.
We gonna get off of this. Niggas in the group chat gonna be like, "Hey, Jones, don't invite that nigga back."
That's thought
provoking. Nothing to do with this.
It's Minato's abilities, bro. I'm just saying.
That nigga said, "Fuck
that man." Hey, I'll give you a 10 for creativity because I ain't think about that.
Yo, that's wild. The nigga put the shades on.
I appreciate it.
Nothing to do with this.
That man said, "I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a girl version of me."
Yo, that was wild. He said so you do the fucking sexy jutsu and then fuck.
The same as jacking off. It's the same shit.
Is it though? Nah, bro, you taking dick, bro. Nah.
Taking dick.
I'm fucking around, bro.
It's yours.
Too much to sip on, boy.
So what are we talking about?
Look, he said something so crazy. Ben over there, solid as hell.
Ben ain't even here no more.
Talking about right now, bro. Like, come on.
He had to put the glasses on.
That's fucking
Oh my god.
Hey, hold on, pause. Hey, what shirt that is you wearing, Mitch?
What's a Lucy shirt?
Oh, what it is.
Old school.
Oh, some trash.
Okay.
Oh, some trash.
So I'm an actual anime fan, so I watch all of it.
Okay.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? What's the question?
Franchise movie still standing.
Hold on, what?
I guess what is the best? This is one of Brandon's. I
best?
guess
I
out of
knew it.
these, which franchise is still standing?
Well, G.I. Joe can go.
Or I guess
third.
which one is the best out of them or something? I don't know.
Well, the best would be.
It would say
Aliens.
still standing. So
The best would be Aliens. In
Aliens
terms of,
because,
I would say Predator. I fuck with
Transformers.
but that's the same. That's actually the
I'll
same.
go with
Predator comes from
Transformers.
Aliens though.
That's
I
the
like
same
Transformers.
franchise. So that's
Yeah.
where the issue comes in.
I would say Transformers as far as story. But yeah, Transformers.
Bro, them stories suck. What are you watching?
Bro, they're terrible.
Right? I like
from
them.
movies. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a cartoon fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Beast
cartoon
Wars
hit.
was hard as fuck.
Transformers
bro.
my
Come on
shit. But
Yeah,
like when
cartoon was
Rodimus
fire.
Prime became Rodimus Prime.
Second gen
Optimus became
Transformers.
But in terms of the movies, nah, bro. How Optimus get his ass whooped in every movie, bro?
Not that
Yeah.
Michael Bay shit, bro.
I like watching the cartoons, and then when I saw the movies, I don't know, it just felt like, I mean, those are the only Transformer movies. They don't seem bad.
They're not bad. They're fun to watch, but
they're fun to watch. That's
compare
what I mean.
them to Jurassic Park or Aliens or Predator or Terminator, nah, we gonna stop.
Which one would you put at the bottom?
I like them.
Which one would you
G.I. Joe.
watch?
G.I.
Joe.
Yeah,
That's just us, nigga. Like, come on.
It should have been. It should have been up there. Like G.I. Joe should have had more love. They just didn't do more with it. Like,
they didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Well, the first one,
it's a good concept.
The first one was too much Hollywood, and then the second one with The Rock was a good movie. They just stopped.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing else with it. But
they didn't keep the momentum up.
Yeah, because the second one was legit with The Rock and Bruce Willis and whatnot. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
The new Jurassic Park movies are solid. You know what I'm saying? And but Aliens though, when you add in like
the lore, they have lore.
Prometheus and all that shit, yo, those movies are beautiful.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I don't think anything's fucking with Aliens. And even the Alien vs Predator movies, they're dope.
They all tie in together too.
Yeah. That's why I said Predator and Aliens are really the same franchise.
Yeah, they are literally.
Yeah.
I'm Team Predator though.
Yeah, they shouldn't even be up there, really.
I'm definitely
be
Team Predator. Y'all ever play the games? The versus ones?
The new one?
Where you could be the Predator, the human, or the alien?
Yeah.
I heard about that. Is that one good? Is that a good game?
Well, yeah, they're good, but the old joint that came out in like 2000, I used to play the fuck out of that game. I was just always be
the beat 'em up one.
Nah, it was also the same like format. You go online, you had 3 teams basically.
The newest one is
you could only have 2 predators on the map. You could have 10 humans and like 3 aliens, maybe 4. But the aliens, as you got kills, you evolved and you could eventually become the queen.
Oh, that's dope.
As you got killed. So that shit was just like,
that's dope.
Do not let this motherfucker get any more kills.
The queen, yeah.
And they could run on the walls. The queen couldn't run on the walls and shit. But the little ones, like you start as a face hugger and literally you're just slithering around and you catch a human running around and it's
jump on them.
That's just horrifying when you're the human. Let me tell you, that shit come out of nowhere and you just see a pussy on your screen. And then you're a runner, so you can't attack, and you just got to stay alive for 30 seconds or something like that. And then you turn into the normal one that we're used to seeing, and you got to get like 5 kills, and you'll become the queen, or you become a Praetorian. And then you become the queen after that, after a few more kills. That game was nasty. Yeah, but I was always a predator because I was running around with a spear fucking the aliens up. But if the humans work together though, that shit was real hard. You get 10 humans and they just fucking go full 300 on you, like you're not getting close, like they just shooting everything. So it was rough. You know.
Y'all, I'm about to drop. I'm calling it at night.
All right, bro.
I was in for my 10 minutes, Jones.
Hey, what?
I'm trying to read what the Joes is saying in the chat.
The Joes,
they going in on Alton right now.
Are they?
What you do out there?
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alton, did you mute them, man? Is that why they were mad?
No, I swear I didn't mute them. I didn't. I muted.
No, I mute.
Who?
Oh, did
that was
you?
I was about to snitch.
No, you let
Trey. It was Trey.
She was like, Spencer, you're a cunt.
Because look, Spencer's hands was literally like this.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't mute nobody.
Yo, Spencer was like, why am I a cunt? Like,
And so I simultaneous, I did that shit quick as hell because they right by each other. I did Marz and Joe at the same time.
Wow.
What?
He talking about they mute. Oh, he said Trey.
I wonder why they both dipped at the same time. I hope it wasn't because of what I said.
I think
oh my goodness,
Alton, no, really, you said it wasn't about women. Like it really wasn't though.
But hold on.
It gets worse.
It's too late. He just played the whole thing, nah, dog.
They just came out with the new Sumeru or whatever, right? If you look at
they just came out with the desert area.
Right,
now.
the desert. What's the wall in the desert called?
I don't know, but it's a pyramid.
No, it's the wall of oh god damn it. What is it?
I'll just Google it.
It's some devil, it's some demon shit.
The one that's in Iraq, right?
It's the say again?
The wall that's in Iraq, right?
No, but it's they call it the Sumeru Desert.
Oh shit. I ain't never thought of that, dog.
The desert wall. Yo, this shit, I was watching it. I mean, my daughter
the stalwart defense.
Okay, but the other name for it, they call it the whatchamacallit wall.
I have no idea.
Wait a minute, though.
Sumeru? No, that's the place.
Area. That's the region.
That's the place.
They call it the.
Nigga, I pay $5. I get my gems every day, and that's it. Nigga, I just.
So not to contradict you, but to bring in something you said earlier, you don't believe in magic, but this spell casting and names. That's all magic.
No, we're talking about demons though. That's religion.
No, representation.
No. Spell casting is names. That's why demons don't tell people their actual names because there's power in that.
I seen that in
that's semantics.
Sandman.
If we're talking because one is magic, which is considered fantasy, and then when you're talking about demons and angels and shit, you're talking about
it's the magic.
You're talking about religion, though. That's not necessarily magic because in the world where those things exist, they exist. Period. They're like they're not magical. They're just you get what I'm saying?
That's how you are perceiving magic, though.
No, that's not how I perceive it. That's they're like if you believe from a religious point of view, if an angel's an angel's an angel, it has nothing to do with magic. That's just who they are. It's their being, right? So it's not a thing of
not the individuality of the entity, but the actual naming of the. So, for instance, if you have the say, for instance, Beelzebub is in this game. It does no good to know the name if it doesn't have any powers.
No. What I'm saying is that they have a game that is mostly played by young kids and young
you're right. I'm not arguing that at all.
And you are following
subliminals.
You don't have to continue that.
It's subliminal. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Now they say the greatest. Everything you're saying, but they're saying that the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making you believe it exists. And to make a game that is it's the most popular game right now.
It is.
And it's absolutely the most successful
gotcha. I need to hear it come out.
It's the most successful gotcha game, period.
I'm not arguing.
Well, they just came out with a character that looks like Anubis.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind like that.
We are on the same page.
Now, the harsh desert is Sumeru, home of the mausoleum of King Deshret.
No, but they call it something else. I'm just trying to remember the damn name. The wall of fucking.
Oh shit! So when you get to mausoleums, you get to like Solomon and his fucking temples and shit.
Now all of that is in there. Yeah,
that's powerful, bro.
So here's the other piece. There is that
wall of Semel.
Oh yeah, Samael. Samael. Thank you.
That's Lucifer's name. One of Lucifer's.
Samael is another name.
Lucifer's angel name.
Lucifer.
It's
also another demonic name, even if you don't.
So if you're not religious, how does that affect you?
That's what I'm saying.
It's religious or spiritual.
It's subliminal. So if you believe, because this is an Asian game,
like not atheist, but
think about this. This is an Asian game, a Chinese game. And they're using all Christian demons as their main characters. Like I'm talking about the gods in the game are all demons. And if you actually look into the war,
the same can be said about Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, but I've never really gotten Yu-Gi-Oh. But if you look at the war that they're talking about 500 years ago happened when you first came to the planet is what they infer. Like when they're talking about that war, they call it the war of the demon gods. Like they actually call it that. Like in
I skipped through the story. I ain't gonna lie.
But that makes it, when they say that, it makes it seem like they're just talking about like it was a very bad war. But no, they're being specific. Like
the upside down.
Okay, here's another one for you. The upside down, right? Yeah, absolutely. But then what's another thing? Ophio, the big water creature you fight at the end of the first game when you fight him in Leeway. Like Ophio's the name of a demon, bro. Like they were fighting each other. Remember they said he was a god. They were fighting each other. All of the gods are demons in that.
You dropping knowledge, bro.
Christian demons,
bro. This is what Kanye exactly. And they're a Chinese. They're a Chinese game that elected to use Christian demons. Or Jude, and not necessarily Christian, but Abrahamic. You know what I'm saying? So
here's my thing.
Judaism and all of those fall into that group.
You are 100% correct, and I'm not arguing any of those points. What I want to reiterate to you, in another reference that was made by another brother in the chat, what does it matter to people who aren't or atheists, right? It matters because that spell casting, those names are so powerful that if even if it's referenced, the power in the name can still corrupt our children.
Well, here's the other thing, and I will take it simpler than that.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't disagree with you.
No, I'm laughing at the chat.
I'll take it simpler than that though.
Right.
I would rather not play with that because if I'm right, that's really bad, and if I'm wrong, there's no harm done anyways. So I would rather just not play with it in the first place. You feel me? Like it's one of those.
Be safe than sorry.
Right. There's no reason not to be safe. So the moment I found out, I stopped playing. And here was the trip. My daughter played the game real heavy, and I got into it.
Yeah.
And then I started to learn about the characters and stuff, but it wasn't clicking. Like I knew Paimon sounded familiar, but I couldn't place it. You know what I'm saying? And
what brought those dots together? What makes you connect all these?
Well, I'll get into that, but this is what like was the trip. So she and I are watching The Right, you know, the horror movie The Right, and Baal is actually the name of the demon in The Right, and I had not gotten in the game to Shogun yet. I had not gotten that far in the game when we were watching this movie, so I hadn't.
It was meant for you to see.
I hadn't seen her, but my daughter's watching the movie with me, and when they get rid of they exorcise the demon out of Anthony Hopkins' character, he yells out Baal with his, you know, and Cena goes, oh, that's Shogun. I keep forgetting her name. Shogun. Raiden Shogun's name, and I'm like, hold up a second. I'm like, Morax.
Hey, you heard the script in his mind.
All the other characters started like, oh, and then I got now. Here's the mind blow. Here's the mind blow.
Yeah,
I think that the main characters are God and the devil. The brother and the brother and sister. Split? I think the main character, the brother and sister. I think they're the creators. I think that's the way that
because that makes sense because all of a sudden you find like, didn't they name like the sister the king or queen or whoever you go with?
The princess.
Yeah, the princess.
Yeah. Who's named the prince?
You're literally fighting against them because the forces that she's with, you're actually fighting, and she's fighting against you.
And she's saying you're on the wrong side. She is telling you they're evil. You should not be with them.
You're helping the demons.
Canon-wise,
you recording this shit, Jones? This is fucking dope.
Yeah. Now here's the trick. Canon-wise, the female character is the hero. Canon-wise, the female character is who you're supposed to play, and her brother is actually supposed to be the bad guy.
I picked the wrong guy. I'm on the wrong side.
Well, no, I'm too. I'm not gonna play with the girl. I'm not playing with the girl.
I can't play with female.
Like I can't do it.
Yeah, so, Mark need to be here for this.
But real talk. So
yo,
like,
to finish that thought, let me cut you off 1 second.
Fuck, bro.
Let me cut you off 1 second here. I apologize. Get back, keep your train of thought because you own something. But that reminds me, like when we were kids, we'd go in the bathroom and like say like Bloody Mary and shit. We're in camp. It's like incantations.
I never did that shit, bro.
I was trying it. I did it.
A lot of us
that
did.
and Sandman.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And Candyman.
All that shit. When people say that shit, bro, I was like, nigga, I'm not.
I was like, bitch, come here. I'll die fighting,
bro. See,
I would let other people do it.
But see, I looked at it just
reference that to the game.
I always looked at it like whether I believe it or not, whether it's real or not. Why even put myself in that situation?
Sure.
Because if I'm
you're like torturing yourself.
If I'm right, nothing happens. Great. But if I'm wrong, I'm about to get murdered off this bitch. So why would I even play the game?
But go back to your train
of thought. Years. Nigga, go.
Purpose. What you were saying.
Take it now.
Go back to what you were. I didn't mean to cut you off, so I apologize. Back.
I know you good. I was about done. But to answer your other question, though, so gotcha games. I am addicted to character building. Like so games like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and Dungeons and Dragons, like I've always had an affinity for building characters. So a lot of times I would play the game for an hour or two and then start over and build another. Oh shit, I done figured this out. Let me go back to the beginning and change some shit and try. Mass Effect was real bad for me. Or Neverwinter
Choices.
Neverwinter Nights. If you guys ever played that. Which is what Knights of the Old Republic and all that was based on, was Neverwinter Nights. Right. So like so I've always been that way. So gotcha games kind of fill that niche, especially once you get to late game and you have to like strategically
set the min-max.
Right, min-maxing. Yeah, absolutely. And same with looter shooters like Godfall and Outriders and
Borderlands.
You know what's crazy? Pokemon is the same thing though.
I mean,
Impact.
I don't necessarily. So I wanted to be the best that no one ever was. Like I'm saying, like I was a huge Pokemon fan when I was a teenager. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and when Pokemon Stadium came out on N64,
it swept the world, bro.
Like I'm not hating on nothing. But I don't think it holds adults the same way.
Bro, I'm one of the best that ever was.
But what I do see is that, back to that conversation, because you brought it back up. I know grown ass people who will not miss an episode of wrestling.
Yeah,
like real talk, bro.
I mean, but that's more of an adult show than Pokemon.
Like they don't give a fuck what is happening.
Yeah,
wrestling's on. Shut life down. And I don't see that with Pokemon out of people who aren't kids.
Nobody's trying to watch Pokemon, though. I mean, the game.
I'm saying to stop everything because Pokemon was mentioned. We're gonna go play Pokemon. Fuck this pod. Fuck what y'all talking about. Fuck this game. We gonna go do Pokemon. That is how people are with wrestling. Won't
see me on Friday.
No, but I'm saying that's how people are with wrestling, though. Like you see what Brandon be on here and wrestling's on. He's on the pod, but he doing this.
He's
exactly. Not watching what we talking about, bro. Like he is on, like, so I'm saying I have not seen where any game or anime has someone locked in the way that wrestling does. The
November
only
18th
thing that does do
you'll
that,
see.
The only thing that I've seen that does do that consistently is soap operas with women. Like period.
November 18th, you will see it.
How?
I promise you.
Not really, bro. Like new games
you will.
all the time that people get attached to.
Bro, like, if you get on this podcast that Friday, you will.
What? Because you won't be on, or you won't?
I'm gonna be on, but I'm gonna be playing Pokemon, bro.
But you're really missing. You're saying November 18th, like wrestling comes on every week, bro.
You get Sunday return.
Like they're always going. Like
that's true. We at the end of the lifetime of this Pokemon
but there is
game.
no
really send this shit, bro.
Like it's just like with WrestleMania. You get into the end of the lifetime.
I'm recording, nigga. Chill.
It's not like WrestleMania, bro.
You get to the end of the lifetime of the season.
No. You know what happens after WrestleMania? Monday Night Raw. The next
shit, yeah.
No. I mean, literally the next day, people are watching it again for Monday Night Raw.
Right. That's how it's set up.
That's not a pause. The season doesn't end. The season doesn't end. It just keeps going. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no like. So that's where I said that you have a ton of older cats. I'm talking just 30 and up. That watch wrestling like it's a religion. They literally watch it more than they go to church, and they don't know shit about Pokemon.
That's a small demographic, though.
I don't know if it is. Wrestling got a big fans. Like you're in AEW, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's a smaller
It is.
In WWE is still big like it's been.
Right.
And you guys have plenty of people following you as well. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like they're like even with the smaller
got a couple thousand, no big deal.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Even with the smaller ones, you guys have a couple thousand people following you.
That's true.
Like and that's weekly. Whereas Pokemon is when they drop new editions or when they drop a new game or something like that. Like, wrestling is all year long, all the time. That's why
Pokemon is also the same way, though.
It's not unless you actually play the card games or you actually are watching something that just came out.
That's what people do. Like Master Chief just came out.
So are you saying because Genshin's really, really popular and Pokemon's kind of like
Genshin is
because like you said, because you said Genshin right now,
it's more popular than Pokemon right now.
I can't go on the YouTube thing without seeing a Genshin Impact type of commercial.
It absolutely is more popular right now.
Right now, as of this moment. So it's reaching more
Pokemon videos every day, bro.
No, but Genshin is the most popular game in the world right now.
Playing right now. Okay, I get that. Yeah.
So like is Genshin is big impact wise as Pokemon? No, I don't think anybody would argue.
Yeah, overall,
but right now, and for the last 2 years, it's been the biggest game in the world. Right now, there are still people that haven't played Genshin Impact. I hadn't played it until a couple months ago.
I still have not played it.
Right, but that don't change the fact that it's the biggest game right now. You know what I'm saying? What I am saying is that right now, or 10 years from now, or 10 years ago, wrestling was still wrestling. And they've been getting after it. And when Pokemon came out when I was a teenager, 10 years before that, wrestling was still wrestling. And 10 years before that, wrestling was still wrestling. That's what I'm saying. It's like wrestling has had a more consistent impact and more consistent presence.
What you mean? Pokemon has the same thing though, bro.
Pokemon didn't even come out until I was a teenager, bro. Like I'm saying
Pokemon came out in 96.
Right. I was a teenager.
Wrestling came out way before that.
Wrestling is cyclical. Wrestling, you got your big 4 pay-per-views, your WrestleMania, your Royal Rumble, your SummerSlam, and I don't remember the fourth one.
Right.
Survivor Series, right? Let's say that. Out of those 4 shows, when it's time to ramp up for those shows, wrestling production gets bigger. And it's cyclical. So out of those 4 shows, in that you're building storylines. It's not as interesting. The ratings are down. The ratings fluctuate. Pokemon, the manga itself is one of the biggest mangas still going. The anime is still killing it. The card game, like fucking shit.
The card game
is $1 billion industry.
The card game is it's $100 billion.
Card game is crazy.
It's insane. The card game. My wife
$100 billion industry.
Fucking Pokemon.
But with that said, though, I know a lot of people who, myself included, who like Pokemon who don't play the card game, who like Pokemon who don't read the manga. Even more
small demographic. Then you're in a small entity that's like that.
I know a lot of people who don't fuck with Pokemon at all too. Like, but Pokemon has like a lot of merchandise.
Right.
That's the thing, because they're a merchandise based product.
But they aren't.
Sure,
though, bro.
They really are. No, they really are. They really are.
You've been to Japan.
Wrestling is not
I know they have a lot of memorabilia. I understand.
No, not a lot of memorabilia. All they are is merchandise.
That's not the core of Pokemon, though.
No, all they are is, bro. All they
go to Japan and go to a Pokemon center. It is fucking insane.
Yeah, they have dolls and shit and fucking everything everywhere. Anything.
Marz, you're not hearing. Like, all that Pokemon is merchandise. Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's literally catching.
So you're saying the game is merchandise?
Of course, the game is merchandise.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I'm thinking you're talking about the dolls and shit.
No, the game, the cards, the dolls, the
all of it.
Yeah, all of it. The only part of it that isn't merchandise is the anime.
Yeah,
that's the only part, and that's not the biggest part. It used to be, but it ain't.
Used to be, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was a teenager, everybody knew the theme song. When Pokemon Go came out, Pokemon Go is merchandise.
Yeah,
100%. It's a gotcha game.
It is.
It's not the biggest though. It's not the biggest though. It's not the biggest, because the biggest is Genshin Impact, which is surrounded by demons. Correlation? I don't know, but I'm not playing.
So Pokemon is better than, since it ain't surrounded by demons.
I don't know, but what I'm saying is
Pokemon's pretty demonic in itself.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know.
What I'll do for you, Miss, because I play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot and I like study the lores. I'll give you there's this deck called Alistair the Invoker,
Well, Alistair's pretty.
So here's the whole deck, and you can put it in. You can put it in almost any deck that has different elements, right? So I actually have the cards. I forgot. Duh.
I've never.
I'm about to send you my Duel Link.
I've never played Master Duel. It's never been a game of me, but like
But they talk like they have stuff called Nibiru and stuff like that, and all that type of stuff.
I'm like,
I just learned Nibiru was a real fucking thing. I didn't know.
I would say that
it's actual planet.
I would say that I'm a low budget.
That's just crazy, man.
I'm a low budget.
It's like the 12th planet actually.
That Nibiru shit is fucking scary.
Not the 12th, the 10th planet.
But it's the card effect. The Nibiru is if your opponent summons more than 5 special summons, you can eat their entire board.
That actually isn't a good list because it's only showing mobile, and Genshin isn't only mobile.
Oh no,
like that's another thing that changes things when it comes to Genshin. It's on and it's on like actual consoles, so it's not just a mobile game. Huh?
Excuse me, I burped.
Just type games.
Maybe Falling to Alabast too. It's like another.
Let's go biggest game. Just go biggest game. I don't even know what biggest. I'm not really top biggest game. Like top
we comparing Pokemon to Genshin.
No, I think he's just trying to give like Genshin. Whatchamacallit.
I think this is like biggest,
most popular, I guess, or
maybe like biggest map
of 2022, something like that.
No, but Alistair
that's saying size. That's saying
size of the game.
Yeah, go with top grossing.
One of the main cards is called Invocation.
And do it in the last 2 years, like because obviously Pokemon's been around longer.
There's a chart for this actually.
Or you can do of all time. That's fine, I guess.
Not overall top.
Well, I mean, Pokemon should be higher. It's been around a lot longer.
Oh yeah, Candy Crush, obviously, right? Fine.
No, it's probably up there. Yeah,
it goes without saying.
It got ads on it.
Hey, let me see your browsing history, dog.
Hey, get your shit together.
Wow.
You said let me see the browsing history.
That's personal information, sir.
I see Fortnite.
That's on a need to know basis.
This is all fluff. Keep going down.
Yeah.
There it is.
So PUBG was the most.
What?
Oh, PUBG is killing it. Damn.
What the fuck is Honor of Kings?
It's like
I think that's a mobile game.
Well, see that does that put things in perspective though?
I might need to play that shit.
Yes, it does.
That's from 2000. That's from last
2021, right?
Yeah.
Now, Genshin Impact and Pokemon Go are similar games. They're both gacha games. Whereas scroll back up there, Spence. Whereas
Genshin Impact is a copy of
PUBG is
for the Wild.
I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's like Fortnite.
I don't know what Honor Kings is, but PUBG is a shooter, and then Genshin Impact is definitely a gacha game. Pokemon Go, Candy Crush, or
Honor Kings is something like Age of Empires.
This is all just mobile games. This isn't even the bigger picture. This isn't even consoles and PC. This is just mobile.
It doesn't really say that.
Oh, it says.
No, it's just saying PUBG.
It says PUBG mobile.
These are all mobile games. These are all.
But yeah, those are usually.
But they are
mobile category or whatever. Yeah.
Mobile might be the top grossing though. We don't know.
Yeah, like
everybody has cell phones.
Mobile's usually top.
I think top grossing console game. I don't think it's the top grossing console. Maybe on computers, but console. I don't think Genshin is up there with.
Well, that's a very specific like.
But they're specific with the mobile. So I'm thinking.
I agree with Marz. It's fair to know that statistic. Oh, Minecraft, of course.
Minecraft
that makes sense.
GTA 5.
PUBG is still there.
Tetris. Okay, Tetris. I fuck with Tetris. Hey, I'll do that to y'all in Tetris too.
Tetris though, nigga.
Just let y'all know. I'm about that in Tetris.
Look at those sales, bro.
That Minecraft is stupid.
They still moving numbers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Pokemon Red, Green, Blue, and Yellow.
How?
Where the fuck is Genshin? Nowhere, because it's too many games.
It's on Xbox. It's only on PlayStation, so that's also hurting it there. And
it's not on Xbox. Okay,
it's not on Xbox at all.
You can't get that one. What was the top one? Yellow. Nope.
I figured FIFA would be higher on that list too. Everybody loves to play. That's like a soccer's fucking world's most popular.
Oh, you said FIFA. I thought you said Thief.
I figured FIFA would be higher on that list.
Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green is at 9. Okay.
FIFA at 42.
Damn, FIFA even up there. FIFA 18, nigga. It's been 4 years. That's crazy.
Damn.
All right, so this is here. Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima. I like that.
Oh man, Ghost was so fire.
Yeah, that was good.
So this is Google's ranking. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Is Google biased?
It's
absolutely.
Well, this is Google Play. Google Play, like their downloads. You know.
Where's Honor of Kings? Oh, okay. So this is Androids then specifically.
Oh, it's Google Play. You can use Google Play on other things too, but usually
does though.
It's a mobile game.
If you got a computer, you probably
these are from Google Play. They'd be mobile games.
But it's still number one.
Yeah. 50, like look at that though.
But you're not using Google Play on an iPhone though.
I use it on I'm just putting on whatever.
And not a lot of people use Google Play on a computer. They'll go to the Windows Store.
Actually, I do for the Final Fantasy Pokemon's up there. I do for the Final Fantasy
Brave.
The like tactics one they came out with. War of the Visions. That shit is crazy good. Oh, this is talking about this all-time franchise.
And Pokemon up there doing
Genshin better not be on this list. Like that's what I'm saying. The game only been out 2 years. The fact that it's competing with these types of franchises.
But that's for now. When Breath of the Wild 2 or whatever it is now come out, that's gonna die because that's honestly why niggas is playing it because it's like a
Genshin Impact. Nah, I don't think
Breath
so.
of the Wild, bro.
What? Yeah,
like Breath of the Wild, bro.
Yeah.
It's a clone, bro.
I remember niggas thought that was like, Breath of the Wild. But
it's just like Breath of the Wild, bro. I promise you.
That doesn't mean
too much Breath of the Wild.
But that doesn't mean people are just gonna. That doesn't mean people are just gonna stop playing.
Well, it might not drop, but the amount of people that's playing it is going to lower because of that game coming out.
That means drop. I just want you to know.
Well.
You think
what I'm saying is I'm saying niggas ain't just gonna stop. Like everybody ain't not gonna stop playing it though.
No, I think the people that are about Genshin will continue to play Genshin.
Yeah. The loyalists.
They have so much money invested in that game. They ain't gonna stop playing it.
Yeah, facts.
I remember when
Genshin came out. A lot of characters.
Nigga, I done probably spent about $500 on that game, and I don't even play it.
500. There's a nigga that spent 100K, and his account got deleted.
Yeah, I remember when Genshin came out. People thought it was a Breath of the Wild clone, and they was playing it.
It's fun though.
I've seen a lot of reviews and they said it plays very differently than Breath of the Wild.
When Genshin first came out,
it does play different, but a lot of elements from Breath of the Wild, you could be like, y'all niggas took
like
this
that.
shit.
Well, you know the parachute,
the paraglide, climbing shit, the stamina bar,
when Genshin came out, and I think they did really good by it because it would have died out otherwise. After you got through the first initial set of missions.
But
then it was like that hard ass grind period because you're waiting for shit to come out.
Yeah, right.
Like kids nowadays won't feel that.
You had to play that shit.
Yeah, you were like because there's no battle experience.
But they came out with so much more since then. So now it's
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But like when you first played it, like when it first came out,
when it first dropped, bro, you was like
the story.
I'm level 30. I'm trying to get to level 35.
What do I need to grind now? Like
like you taking every mission you can just to get the experience to get to the fucking next chapter.
What did we play Breath of the Wild on?
Switch.
It's only on.
So you really think?
Yeah, I don't think Breath
of the Wild. You think the Switch population is going to cut into the PlayStation and the Steam and the? You really think the
don't
Switch
they have Genshin on Switch?
No, because they have their core fan base.
Let's say that every fan who play or everyone who plays Genshin, if it is on Switch, let's say all of them stop playing on Switch. That ain't gonna mean shit. Because
I'm not saying they're gonna not
cell
play.
phones and it's on Steam.
Right, that's true.
So it's like Switch ain't gonna be enough. Switch is the least played console. Like
it's not.
What's played less?
The Switch,
Xbox,
Pokemon, bro.
Xbox.
Every niggas play Pokemon. I look at the stats. I look at the stats on Pokemon. I look at the number of people that's playing online.
I can't argue with this Xbox, the new one, because guys,
series.
I don't even play. Hey, you see my PS5 sitting there,
bro? I ain't touched my Xbox, and I don't know how many months. Right, and I don't even. It's on a table.
It's Xbox, PlayStation.
Nigga.
Switch, and then Xbox.
My PlayStation is right here in front of me. My Xbox is over there, nigga. But with the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
But I think that's because I think that's because when the new gens came out, their release was terrible. Like I really do, because I don't think that was close at all when the 360 was popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not the same. Fair, they just revamping the same system over and over.
Right. The
PS5 is literally different from the PS4, and every system before is the same.
Yeah. So I don't think that's a fair evaluation. Plus, half people haven't even been able to get PS5s. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, well, I'm a nigga that got one, and it's better than all three.
I haven't got one yet.
No, I agree. It's better. I agree. It's better.
Yeah,
it ain't better than no damn computer. You wildin'.
Yeah,
you off your mind.
Yeah, that PS5 better.
Marz. I literally got a PS5 that's sitting here. Nigga, it is not better than my PC.
PS5 is right.
I can't.
Niggas always flexing that PS5. I got PS5 too.
No, the point is this shit don't even get played because I got this fucking.
That's y'all though. Trey, you've been playing your predominant games on computer. I've been playing y'all games on computer though.
Bro, no, because
I've been playing on PlayStation.
What kind of cards you got in there?
But
hold on, wait, what the fuck? You think I never played PlayStation games?
No, I'm saying primarily you play on computer.
He almost got offended.
Trey.
You think I ain't never touched my shit?
Hold on, what?
No, we play on PlayStation. You literally play when we play Street Fighter. You got on PlayStation, but I'm saying you primarily play on computer. That's
shooters I play on my computer because the PlayStation 5 is running like a fucking. It's newer for console, but it's an outdated GPU. So why would I play on that when I can play on my 3080? Like,
ooh,
my 3080.
I guess. But at the end
somebody's
of the day,
swinging that dick around, bro.
You already started. You was already on that.
Hey, look, I don't start saving up for that 4090.
I'll be playing on my computer more so than the PlayStation.
That bitch already out, but it's
cross progression for Apex.
1600.
This man said a 38. He's put his dick on the fucking table, bro. A 3080, dog. That's a cold ass card.
My computer is
that's a cold ass card.
And I can do more with it, and I can upgrade it easier. And it's not close. And I got like a 3 terabyte fucking solid state drive on it. Like so.
That's the main thing, bro.
1 terabyte solid state, 3 terabytes sitting on the thing.
Nah, but you can't do shit with it. Like, I'm
saying, like, it ain't the same, bro. It ain't the same.
It's not like, optimized, bro.
Yeah,
it's not. This is not.
Did you guys build yours or did you buy them?
Oh no, I built mine.
You guys build it? You built it? Yeah. So I need someone to teach me how to build it, bro.
It's not.
I'm not
easy. I can send you fucking 8 videos right now.
Buy a motherboard. And then start plugging shit.
Drop them in the
start plugging shit in.
That's all you gotta know.
Don't even fucking care.
Put them on
my keyboard. Click my mouse.
Later.
Okay. What I did was I built mine first, and then once that shit worked, because I used to have when I built mine, I built it with a 2070 Super because that's what was out. And then when the 3080 came out, I was one of those lucky motherfuckers who got that bitch day one.
That's crazy.
So then I put the 3080 in there. And then I was like, I'm gonna build my wife with one because her shit was old as hell. So then I built her one, dropped the 2070 Super in there. That shit wouldn't work.
And I was like, building it. Like how much compared to how much of buying it?
It's way cheaper. It's way cheaper, dog.
Way cheaper. Yeah, you probably
out of the graphics card, right?
Minus the graphics card. Because the thing is, like, when I first built mine, you gotta understand. I changed out one part, which was my GPU, but my first build was like 2700. Right. And people are like, oh, damn, 20. Bro, I literally don't have to do nothing probably for like the next 2-3 years or whatever. And like,
well, it's meant to last. And if you need to update it, you can easily just
just switch parts out instead of
instead of buying an entire new console, you got to buy an entire new console.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, bro, because like I play on 1440p. That's the resolution I play on. And so when I got
glad you specified, nigga, I was like.
When the PlayStation 5 came out, I hooked it up to my monitor.
I was like, okay, 1440p, cool.
I put the same games on my monitor, like from my PlayStation, because I had Call of Duty, It was Call of Duty and Destiny. Those are the 2 shooters. And I was like, let me see what the difference is.
Yep.
Man, I probably
It's
played
different.
Destiny for like 30 minutes and Call of Duty for like 15. I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and
That's what did
leave
it.
these off.
So, but that's shooters
actually,
though. Y'all,
no.
computers.
It's a comparison of the
It's like
same
that for
game.
every game. It's not
No,
just
it's a
specific
comparison of
shooters.
Yeah.
like because I have Street Fighter obviously
Because the setup
Right
don't
on
change.
computer. Yeah.
and it's just playing out better on my computer. Like when I
Frames,
say
bro.
better, okay,
Frames.
okay.
Yes.
Here's a better example. For Honor. All right, with For Honor, frames matter, right? Or you're gonna have issues parrying and stuff. And there is such a drastic difference playing on computer to playing on console. Like it's drastic. It's not close.
But there's diminishing returns.
You really just start parrying everything when you're playing on PC because you can see everything coming. Whereas on console, it's like you go from here to here, you just smack, right? You know what I'm saying? There's no in between. But on PC, it's like, woo, I saw that shit coming, B.
It's
Like,
a lot smoother. A lot
yeah,
smoother.
yeah. It's not
smoother.
a game. And I've played a lot of different games, but I think For Honor is probably the most like obvious like difference. Because you can really tell the difference in your skill level. The skill level didn't change, but just by getting on PC, I went more. Like
this is where console is going to take over though, because with PC there's diminishing returns when it comes to these specs and these frames per second. Your eye can only follow maybe 8K. You got 4K, you got 8K, you got 16K. That's the next jump up, right? There's not much difference between 4 to 8K and then 8 to 16.
I agree.
Your eye can only visualize it.
You're going to get so much diminishing returns.
But consoles though, they're going to be better optimized for, I guess, the casual person compared to computers.
Well, that's what they are now, anyways.
Yeah.
The casual person doesn't know the difference. True. But like, here's the other piece. So if you look at my, if you look at,
I'm going to bed, y'all. I'm out.
Oh, word. Sleepy ass.
About to fall asleep.
If you look at here, I'm boom, right? So if you look at my Steam here, can y'all see that? So let me close that.
I'm gonna start the recording for him.
If you look at this, I got 58 games.